drives to maximum power output. Transmitting signal in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transmitting signal down.
Alright, folks, welcome to week 3 of the Eternal Super League Season 2. We have a good one today, we have a spicy one. Apologies for the delay, we had a bit of a change in schedule right at the last minute, but we managed to get the show going. You have your standings on your screen right now. We have F15 at 4-0, leading the pack right now, and then the rest of the people following very closely. We had a phase 1 Rich with Kaboneza Wu and Nebula, but this is the last 2 games that each player will play in this phase. After this week of games, every player will have a chance of changing the decks, and we'll see if they decide to switch things up and tack into Kaboneza. We'll see what the adjustment from the players will be in a second, or rather next week. But for now, we'll enjoy one more week of the phase 1 decks. With me, I have ready to commentate on the first 2 games, or first 2 matches. Yeah, I have Bazerton and one of the players, CD Row. You people say hi to the stream.
Hi to the stream.
Hi there.
Awesome.
All right, I'm stoked for some games today.
Wonderful. In that case, let's jump in and see what the first matchup holds us here. We have Ace Empress playing against Knight from Chess. We have a Haley Kaplan playing against the Team Wakunda we've seen already. And I'll let you two take the floor and talk over this one.
All right. Yeah, this is the Siphon Haley that we already saw a couple times with hyperdrivers, but I'm not looking to do a fully degenerate combo thing, playing 49 cards and being the kind of like what I would call reg shaper in Eternal. I don't know, Cedro, what's your take on this Haley deck?
I don't really remember all of it, but I think it's really interesting. Like, Siphon is not what you're expecting from Shaper decks, but usually.
Hmm.
And
Yeah. I guess by week three though, the cat is probably out of the bag. And if anything, Mati is one of the identities that's kind of just like automatically insured from this kind of siphon shenanigans. Like, if you siphon the seemingly open HQ turn one, you probably just either die or face check something really bad, right?
yeah, but like it can be two tattoo bolos and
Yeah, maybe you
Corp.
just say it's like, yes, you don't have any good eyes. Um,
Yeah,
And yeah, like we see a really awkward first turn though, right? Like we drew up, we kept the siphon hand, hoping to draw into more action, but we ended up not doing much. Like we just installed an hyperdriver and clicked for credits. So now, Mati, I have to imagine this is a Charlotte, or this could be a really early agenda, but usually Mati playing the big eyes probably wants Charlotte. Wow. We are popping hyperdriver to click for credits and install both. Okay.
yeah. I think that can be just
Oh,
in
Josh.
remote.
Holy
Oh,
moly. Okay.
that's painful.
Oh, and we're going, yeah, of course we're going through because we have the siphon. And with the siphon, that means we can also contest the remote now. We have 6 credits, right? Oh, we dodged the siphon with the Lacosta. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Well, we gotta
you
access.
definitely go for Axel.
I guess like what if
Yeah,
you access I guess like the scary thing was like if you access like a Fuji or something, you just die. But I don't think
like
Mati in
I don't
Eternal is
know.
playing Fuji. Like you have more
Yeah,
messed
yeah,
up agendas than Fuji.
for sure. It's like Opacata plus
Yeah, the
Future Perfect.
perfect bacterial, everything. I guess bacterial in Eternal is more played by like industrial genomics and the like.
Yeah,
But yeah, now the Corp really fast turn pops the Rashida, installs. What do you think is in server one? Like, I have to think Lacosta, but could it be something else?
in server one, there is already
Yeah.
Office Apollo Costa. So I
No,
think
sorry, I meant
it's either
the Aston.
Rashida.
No, I meant yeah, the
Yeah,
Charlotte. Yeah, I was like, surely it's a
right.
Charlotte. And I guess like server two, we almost know for sure it's the Jackson. Like,
Yeah,
Exemper saw it in hand. Both players doing a surprising amount of clicking for credits for Eternal Gaming. Uh,
yeah.
okay, and we have the trick shot. We can just rip the trick shot.
Like I don't know if you. Oh,
I have the feeling
yeah,
like that this Shaper deck is really greedy on the econ. Like we've seen it a lot of games. Like if you don't land the siphon, you really struggle with the econ.
yeah. And now you trick shot R&D and
Oh, Mati? Oh,
Anansi.
wow. Okay. Yeah, that's painful. This is one
Yeah,
of the eyes that I miss the most out of rotation.
I think
I think
here you just allow Corp to draw
like
card.
fire everything.
No, I think you break with both first and last one because you don't want to. Like I
Yeah,
don't
to let
know,
them reshuffle, like to
and
let them
definitely
second.
not top five. Yeah,
Huh. It's tough, yeah, because I can also see like a world where you want to just conserve both counters to contest when you can.
maybe.
Oh, it looks like we're gonna be popping the SMC right away. For for
Gosh.
Hosh.
Oh,
Oh, that's sweet. Okay, I like that.
yeah. Now
Okay.
it's a really good run.
Yeah. Now we can just let it fire probably. Yeah. Nice. That's cool. And actually, one thing we that I haven't played enough Eternal Shaper, but with Haley, if you install programs mid-run, you can still get the Haley install and install another program, so you can do even more
Yeah,
Shaper bullshit. That sounds really fun.
for sure.
Okay, so now after we pass the Anansi, we'll have 3 credits on the trick shot. Are we charging server one or are we contesting the Jackson? What do you think?
Mm, I think maybe you could testing server one because it's like mm, Corp has not a lot of economy.
Yeah, I agree. I think with the 3 trick shot credits and
And
the one of credits, we can threaten to trash the La Costa. Or, I mean, if we get through, surely we just trash the Charlotte, right? And we leave the La
yeah,
Costa. Because, like, our 1 credit, I really don't want to go to 0 credits if I'm Ace Empress. Yeah. All right, that was a good turn. That was a surprisingly good turn.
yeah,
The Hush really saved the situation.
yeah. Hash play was cool.
But yeah, now we see the fact that Haley still on 1 credit really needs to find some kind of burst econ because we will need to challenge that remote again. And we can definitely trick shot again and do the same thing. But by now, like we know that if we let Anansi fire, like they're never accessing anything good from R&D. It's just a
Yeah,
kind of weird overclock that does you a damage.
and I don't think that you want to spend your board counters to get board counter and do
No,
nothing.
surely not. But we would really like to have the money to trash the La Costa. That's the only thing I was thinking about with the trick shot.
Yeah,
But
and a lot of turns we don't getting Haley installed.
yeah, double install. Yeah, we've been playing with a blank ID and we're going for the trick shot again just because we feel the need to contest the remote. I wonder if that is correct. We will
Maybe.
see. I guess like that's one way to keep Mati down. Like if they can never keep like an econ like a Charlotte or something, they can't pay for all of the expensive eyes, but we're on 0 credits. Maybe I'm just undervaluing the power of the boat. Maybe we will just ride the boat to victory.
Yeah, both is really cool because you passing Anansi right now and you have 4 board counters and it is I hope enough to contest server one and
Mhm.
trash whatever is going to be there.
Yeah. Oh, second ice installed by Mati. We are continuing. Ooh, Saisentan on event. And we're breaking SMC. I wonder what we're breaking SMC for. Uh,
Ika? I don't
Ika
know.
needs hosting, needs a lot of money to make work. I
Yeah,
guess, and there's notably there is no asset tech program. I was hoping maybe there was like a Parisha or something that could help us like disassemble this remote, but it doesn't look like it.
yeah, was hit to Seisentan. It's in direction
Mm,
and Simon ship. Yeah, it's tough position for Ramo.
yeah, now I wonder if Mati plays some sort of traps like snares and whatnot. Maybe your money's already too tight. Managarm. Oh yeah, because Managarm with Mati, of course. That's the really toxic combo where you need to pay the Managarm approach twice.
Yeah, Manigar, then you play for Charlotte. No, not Charlotte, Caprice. And
Mm-hmm.
then another time, and if Corp not sure with um,
Mm.
is if Corp
We're letting
can
border control fire.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're not wanting to go to zero both counters. That makes sense. In Knights from Chess, just ripping through a lot of cards. Like, I have to imagine this deck is probably playing like the bare minimum amount of agendas. Oh, that's a lot of upgrades.
Yeah.
Like, I
I
have to
think
imagine HQ is stacked, right? Like, there's gotta be a lot. Ooh, we found the Siphon. But
I
with this
don't think
many
that.
upgrades, there's no way we never shoot it right away, right? Like, they can
Yeah.
always avoid it.
Oh, Airblade is huge. Now you can run HQ.
Looking for credits.
I think that's push in server one.
Oh, it's a slow push. Clicking for 3 credits and just letting Lacosta do the work. The thing
Yeah.
is that we're breaking Chiashi with both. If there is another Muti install behind the Chiashi, it gets really bad for the runner. It gets because surely there's a lot of points in HQ, but we don't have
Yeah.
a good way to get inside.
I wonder if you run archives here,
To force the Jackson.
not just Jackson, but a bolt counter that's really
Oh,
valuable
yeah,
with
that's true.
bolts.
Like a bolt counter is probably better than a credit. I agree with that. And I like with all of the Hanses that have been played, like this Jackson has been just sitting there forever. I have to imagine that there's a bunch of agendas in archives. And the earlier you run, the more like the earlier they get back in circulation. So I guess now we're gonna go for a really big ritual. Okay, we found some economy. That's good. Oh, we have a Basilar. Okay. We click for a credit, install Airblades, play Interdiction. Oh, okay, okay.
And now Corp can just duck some credits.
Well, you have to dock a lot of credits. The corp is on 12.
Yeah,
We're gonna take
and
some damage. Oh no, we're not gonna take damage because we have Airblades. That's nice.
yeah, we
And
hoping not to
now
see ins around here.
let's see if the corp got greedy because the corp installed an ice. Okay, no. Now we just have to. Oh, the punish. We saw the Tatubola.
Most best
Yeah,
ice in the format for MTI
yeah.
is just a Tupola.
That was really, really rough. Now we're on zero bolt
Yeah,
counters, and I mean, we have to imagine that that's in the remote is a very slow push defensive agenda. Yeah, yes, the future perfect going. And I have to imagine, oh, okay, no install into the server one, so maybe HQ is clean. Maybe they're all in R&D.
yeah. In MTI, it's I'm an MTI player, and usually
Oh,
you just don't.
Aaron fan side? What is Ace Empress cooking? It's like I think I missed some of the steps, but we're doing some agenda forfeiting. We're doing some spicy stuff.
That's interesting.
But yeah, no, I agree with you. I feel like we should be trying to run archives to get some bolt counters because right now we can't really get anywhere. And now the next push is coming.
Oh, do we know what agenda suite Knight from Chess is playing on?
I don't, but I have to imagine it's something like three Obokata, three Future Perfect, and a two-pointer. I don't know what's the best Jinteki two-pointer in Eternal.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I saw MTI with Regenesis and with
MTI with Regenesis
Insane.
is spicy for sure.
Yeah, and if this is Regenesis, but this is just
Oh,
GG.
oh yeah, this could be game if it's Regenesis. That's true. So we're installing another
But
hyperdriver and just hoping that we have another turn. I don't think we are running anything this turn.
yeah, and We given up on R&D.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
got
know,
rid of
there's
Hush, so now running R&D is really expensive because you have to break Anansi. No, that's
no,
just
that's
Obuka.
just an Abacata.
Okay.
You
Aaron
getting
Maron getting
um,
2 counters.
yeah.
Oh
I
wait, did we lose
wonder
a
if
ritual?
you
I thought we had a ritual in
hmm?
hand.
Oh,
Maybe I
okay.
was wrong.
Oh, there is a deep net.
Oh, wow. Oh wait, I paused the video accidentally. Sorry. Yeah, like there was a ritual in hand. Where did it go? Like we have the push. We installed the hyperdriver. Ah, okay, no, we just played the ritual for 3 cards. Sorry, continue.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah, we
and
finally
now you
find the
can
deep net. We can
yeah
play
install the
any
Shadow
event
Knight.
from Archeep. What's the best event from Archeep? I guess more siphons.
Like I don't know if you play Quality Time or how it's named.
Mm,
Just to have money, but I don't know what it gives you.
yeah. Oh, okay, so this is some sort of deep dive shaper. That makes sense. But yeah, right now, like usually this kind of shaper, I feel like it really wants to like win with deep dive and stuff really early if it can, before there is too much ice. Like when they last popped the simul chip, no the self modifying code, we saw that they're on like one Ika, one propeller, one of a lot of very very cheap breakers. So I guess Knight from Chess is pushing the final agenda this turn, and they have to get into this like Managarm Anoetic Void border control server. Like it looks really tough.
Yeah, I don't know if you can make this.
Do you think there's some sort of like miracle version, like that they can manage to like deep dive 7 points this turn?
These 4 clicks at the start, I don't really think.
um, yeah, it
Like
looks.
all Hybrid drivers are just RFG, and I don't know if you have way out of this.
Hmm. Yeah, it looks like the corp is asking us a lot of questions, and we don't have that many answers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Knight from Chess typing in chat that MTI is really good against run-based decks, and
yes.
I am agree with this. It's like really tough when any run that you do can just end up uh, with face checks, face checking analysis, and
Yeah. Well, actually, ironically, like I have a hot take, but I think that Mati is actually kind of like the guardian of the format to protect ESL or like protect Eternal from too many unfair decks. Like I think if you have like an honest Eternal level runner that is just like doing fair Netrunner, you can probably break all of the MT eyes. You can probably do it. Like MT is really good at stopping World Tree Shaper shenanigans or like the Warlock combo Shaper shenanigans. I feel like the MT ability just protects you from so much crap that kind of
yeah,
helps you being like a guardian of the more normal decks. I think like if you're playing like I don't know like Reg Anarch with 9 Rezekis or whatever, or and Bin Breakers and stuff like that, you can probably pay to break Anansi and Shiashi. But I think yeah, it's the unfair decks then that Muti is really good against, in my opinion.
yeah.
Huh. I wonder if uh hmm we're gonna be really poor because
Yeah, I don't know if you can at least break the store
uh,
five
because you have to fetch
to
propellers
one
somehow.
strength. Yeah,
The thing is,
and
maybe this turn we could have used the Shadow Net to just play a gamble for plus
I
4.
think his quality time is just better.
Quality time for
It's
more
like,
cards. Yeah.
no, a quality time is the draw.
Yeah, quality time is draw 5.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, then you just play a gamble and have money.
Yeah, but
Because
like
now,
we know that at least we know that there is at least a Manegarm in this remote, which
yeah,
means that
and
it's really tough to get in.
at least you need at least 10 credits just to pass through Manigaram.
Yeah.
And
And then
this is,
you get border controlled, and then it's like everything is bad.
yeah,
It's really, really tough to crack that remote. I mean, the interdiction that was before would have been huge, because it's
yeah.
like a current that says that you can't res non-ice during the runner turn, so all of the upgrades, like the Managarm couldn't be resed, all of the upgrades couldn't be resed.
Oh, we're playing gamble, as
Okay,
you
yeah.
said.
Yeah, I think if we did this before the trick shot, we could have gotten in.
No, I think,
No, no, we couldn't have gotten in, but we could have gotten to the upgrades at least.
yeah, and Knife from Chess, Red is just Manigaram and Caprice combo, just
Ah,
to be
to play
immune.
around in prediction, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 and understanding that they are
And then he
gone.
realizes that there's no way to play to do Shadow Net again to replay the interdiction.
Yeah,
Except would have to pop same old things, which
yeah, I think,
spends the last 2 clicks.
yeah, you just want to pop ShadowNet and same old things
Mm-hmm.
to for trickshot round just to have chance of winning and chance, sorry, to stealing agenda
Yeah,
in several rounds.
100%. And yeah, like I feel like yeah, the Meti ability alongside like the fact that we deduct a transfer turn 1 meant that it was really rough from the get-go. And now we're just gonna run R&D, let Sisentan fire. Oh no, wait, we have one counter on the Airblades.
Yeah,
Oh no, okay. Oh no, okay, never mind. Ika is 2 strength, so good job, Ika. We only take 1 damage that can be prevented. But yeah, even if we find an agenda, we're on 3 points.
yeah,
Yeah.
GG's.
I wonder if they play longevity or is it something else?
I think you don't play longevity in MTI.
I
You
mean, because it's
just
49, right? So it's a 6 3-pointers and a 2-pointer.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
but didn't Knight
these
from
knights
Chess?
from chess don't have enough credits.
Oh, Knight from Chess res the too many upgrades and now
Yeah,
can't score the 5-3 in the remote. Well, but Ace Empress, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they can do too much from here. It looks like a really rough spot.
yeah, and you see conceit from
Yeah.
Ace Empress.
So yeah, this was a really like solid Mati game against
Yeah,
this kind of like very spicy fan site ShadowNet transfer shaper. I kind of like it. It's well, yes, fan site and ShadowNet are definitely not the most top tier competitive cards, but it was really fun to see it make work.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think when
that's
you doing your things, like
Mhm.
run R&D with trick shot, run HQ with um,
With account
account
siphon, yeah.
size, yeah, and then playing few.
Oh, okay. Wait, let me pause this because we're getting pushed. But yeah, no, that was a really interesting game. Now I guess now we're gonna be swapping around, and we're gonna see Ace Empress on Nebula versus what looks like very much the talk of the town combo
Yeah, combo cabinets.
with some little bit of tech. We see a Miss Bones. I don't think Miss Bones was there before, so we see a little bit of asset respect.
Yeah, because it's really rough into IG because they like uh, placing that asset that stopping runner for drawing too much
Mm,
cards a turn, and
okay,
you can't do anything.
so
But I
that's so
think,
the Miss Bones is IG tech. I see.
yeah,
That's smart. All right, so we see a keep on the Nebula and a mulligan, and yeah, now we definitely have confirmation that that's what's going on
yeah,
with this hand. A bit of a clunky hand. Like these are all cards that you would like to keep, right? Well, I guess no. The Faust you can discard and simul chip back.
yeah,
I guess against NBN you only really need the APOC. Everything else is either installing or going away.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we have been seeing a lot of Nebula and a lot of Cabonesawu. Well, what's your take? Are they like actually the kind of obvious best things to do, or do you think people are just grabbing like comfortable, I guess, easy decks for the first week, and we're gonna see more spicy stuff coming later?
Like I think that uh, Nebula is just such a good deck right now,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like yeah, and Cabernet is just correct, but I think that all players, it's for me, it's really easy to tech against Cabernet because if you really waiting to her to show up in
Mm-hmm.
against you, you're just taking hardly, and MTI is super good against it. You just
Well, but we did see Toron lose a game. Like Toron, I feel like had the super hot, heavy. He was teched really hard for the matchup with like cerebral static, like indestructible eyes, and a bunch of
yeah,
stuff. Oh, um, and Combo Wu still managed to get in like very like kind of last minute, but yeah, like surprisingly close. Okay, so I guess we're just okay. Well, Knight from just looks very set up here. Like the last click, draw the Diesel, kind of fixes
yeah,
this hand. We're kind of looking to combo next turn, right?
yeah. And now you're just like waiting for rituals, at least one, or
Yeah,
you're waiting two, and
we're hoping to draw ritual. Upgrade on HQ. Upgrade on. Uh, I guess this could be Crisium grids.
yeah,
Oh,
I
we
think
didn't pop the hyperdrivers. We. Oh, okay. We're being responsible. That's fun. I like.
yeah,
Okay, so now we just
yeah.
discard all the stuff that we don't need.
Oh, and then quick,
Yeah, I don't know if we need film critic in this matchup.
like
We just
it's
we
hard
just
to,
waking up house. No, wait, we don't have a Mew for that.
yeah.
I think
I
it's
think
yeah, just plain
Lona
picture.
is really hard to steal because you don't have a lot of credits.
Oh yeah, true. Actually, yeah. No, Nitron Chess, go back. We need the film critic. I changed my mind. uh, I guess now the play is we have to like just steal all the non-Bellona agendas.
Yeah. Or I don't know, maybe Knight from Chess running second copy of Film Critic.
Maybe, or maybe like even just I don't think this deck is even on like gambles. Maybe like one sure gamble maybe is good enough to do everything.
No, I think
Playing
it's done
scarcity.
by
Does scarcity do anything for this? What do you think?
like I don't really know.
Oh, install. What do you think is that install advance? That is so weird.
Maybe this is breaking news.
Hmm. Oh, we miss on the second ritual.
Yeah,
We have to draw manually. We don't have any. Okay, diesel. Ritual. No, no ritual still. Okay, we're still breaking.
yeah.
Ritual. Okay, okay. We should be still good to go
Oh,
and do everything.
I wonder if you pinhole archives
Yeah, to get rid of the
to
Crisium. But if it's double
Crisium.
Crisium, it's really hard. You don't have the. Ah, no, wait. We have Miss Bones.
Yeah,
Oh, we
in
play Fun. Oh, we have a gamble. Okay, we have a
yeah.
gamble.
To,
Wait, we're not
to
rigging up the Faust?
no, it was really not, I think.
Ah, we
Or
discarded rigging up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Hmm. Do we have money to trash two Crisium grids? I
I
guess
think
that's the
we don't
question.
have like clicks to do
Oh,
everything.
we don't even have the clicks to trash two Crisium grids. Oh, wow. Okay, so we just have to hope
Oh,
that we hit the Crisium.
oh, we're getting money from Coalescence.
Okay. Accessing the one from R&D. Then we have to run
Now,
HQ and hope it's not a Crisium. Oh, Illum?
yeah, yeah, it's you installing your simul chips to get more
Yeah,
money,
yeah, get
and
more
now
money.
you're discarding your strike funds to
Oh, yeah. Slot
get.
machine is a bit of a pain, but we have a million like into the ashes or out of the ashes to trash, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's
Yeah.
really tough for runner right now because you,
Oh, wait. Slot machine doesn't have text. He didn't reveal any cards.
yeah,
Because it's and
oh, it's cute.
Trib. Can we just let Trib fire? Yeah. Okay, so chip. Okay, so
Oh,
all of
Miss
the
Bones
non cards.
accessing hard-hitting news. It's always a
Ah,
bit
but
scary.
this is awkward. We kind of bricked it. Oh, Gold Farmer.
Yeah, and now you running second time into HQ and you don't have clicks to
To do your
do
extra turn.
anything.
Yeah.
Just hoping that this is a CVS
Yeah, we
or
gotta hope that that's the CVS. No, wait, we can still like chip back all of our coalescences, make a bunch of money.
but you don't
Yes.
have clicks.
Yeah, we don't have like if this is a Crisium, I think the runner just loses, right? Wait, we're not
Yeah,
popping the chips. We're just saying this is not a Crisium grid. Okay.
you have Miss Bones.
Ah, yeah, we have response. Yeah, I forgot about that from the illumination.
Yeah, yeah. Elimination, such a card.
Oh,
And
and it's
just
the
crazy
double
grids.
grid.
Just GG, I think. From now on.
That, gosh, like almost surely, right? It gets really rough from here.
Yeah,
And we
now,
saw the HHN on top.
yeah,
I guess we can run server 3.
I think it's Bellona.
Install
Oh,
advanced Bellona.
that's the stuff. And now you just, I don't know, ice, push Bellona, then fast advance, uh, breaking news and just GG.
Yeah, like I imagine now, whatever the corp is doing this turn is finishing with a hard-hitting news. I wonder if you want to use your simul chips now to make money to make the trace a bit harder for the corp.
Mm,
I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not sure why Ace Empress advanced the Bellona, to be honest.
oh, because you can just how names seamless launch it.
Oh, you think this is a seamless launch kind of nebula?
Oh yeah, I saw a Empress playing this I think on off meta month,
Okay, okay, okay,
and
okay.
seamless launch is really such a nebula card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you put three advancements, like two advancements clicklessly, sounds pretty good.
Yeah, and this we saw Rashida, and I know that this is a Medis
Price
backlist.
people
That
don't play. I don't know how many points it is like shipment from Tenin, like the old Jinteki shipment. That if you don't make a successful run, you just put two advancements counters on any card, even if you installed it this turn. I don't
mm,
remember. I don't know all of the points by hand, but I imagine like Nebula is pointed, and a bunch of other stuff is already pointed as well.
Nebula breaking news, auto script, uh, 24/7 cycle,
That's already a lot of points, yeah. Jackson.
or I think with that, oh, scarcity.
Oh, Scar. Yeah, that's already 7 points probably.
Oh, I think there is a room for spin doctors,
Yeah,
but
instead of Jacksons. So
yeah.
really big thinking window for Ace Empress. This is interesting. And we have to see like Knight from Chess kept three Encores. I guess with Out of the Ashes, can
Mm,
we can we triple Encore this turn?
Oh, I think yes, because you run archives.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing. You run HQ just playing with simul chips, and you
Mm-hmm.
running R&D. Slot
There's
machine
no
does
end. There's no
nothing.
end around. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, you have a way out of here, actually.
That's crazy. If Knight from Chess manages to pilot his way out of this, we planogram for draw on Ace Empress side. I wonder what they're looking for.
Oh wait, uh, if Nebula, oh, it's really hard for Knight from Chess because if you run archives,
Tributary move.
Tributary just moved there, and
Hmm.
Ace Empress can install nice.
So you think maybe the planogram was for like an end run ice or something like that?
Yeah, yeah, because if there is enter on ice, just Knight from Chess is good.
Yeah, like a second, like a gold farmer on R&D or something like that. Like completely blocks the game down.
Yeah,
Overinstall the Bellona. And hard hitting. Okay.
hard hitting news. Oh,
Well, we were expecting the hard hitting, but so now the Bellona is in archives, so we have to suppose that server 3 is a Jackson, but we will see. We're out of accessing archives, I guess. I wonder if you
mm,
will out of ashes HQ first.
I don't think there's any
Any good
because it's
combination?
just
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, what if you? No, wait. You could have just out of ashen R&D first, so the tributary can't move this turn. Ah, but you still get the install. That doesn't matter. Yeah. So any way you cut it, you're getting a nice.
Yeah,
So, okay, so now we have a bunch of money. Tributary fires. Let's see if Ace Empress has the ice. Oh, no
no
ice.
eyes.
Oh, and now access spin.
What a comeback.
Okay, so it's still the dream is alive. You don't even need to
Yeah,
APOC. Like a slot machine doesn't do anything.
yeah. You just need to. You don't even need to click for credits to install
The
Conduit.
conduit. Yeah, yeah. You just pay 6 for this.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay. And there's a good chance we touch points here. No? Okay. Uh, I wonder if we shouldn't use the Out of the Ashes right now, and
yeah,
we want
because
to install the conduit first. But
yeah,
no,
because
no, no. Actually, no. Yeah, we need all of them now. Yeah, that's fine. Wait, how did we lose so much money? Did we have 11 credits?
yeah, it was 6 to on a gold farmer.
Wait, wait. Oh, this is a misplay, right? Why did we APOC? We didn't need to APOC.
Yeah, it's a strange move. Uh,
And
yeah,
now, like, we're gonna spend one of our extra turns clicking for credits.
yeah, this is kind of
Wait, wait, wait. He didn't play one of the encores. So I'm gonna roll it back a second. Okay, so we get into HQ. We
Mhm.
we have 11 credits down to 5.
And now -3
Wait.
on the slot machine.
Slot machine is always -3, doesn't matter if you have a stack or
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, so I think that we definitely installed the conduit before.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Okay, 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 okay. And then we played 2 encores and clicked for credits for the APOC, but I don't think we needed the APOC. I think we just played the 3 encores, and
Yeah,
now Knight from Chess is probably blocked out, you were saying. Because this turn is probably click for 4 credits, right?
yeah, and then
And then install conduit next turn.
you're missing a run.
Run all 3 servers, do another encore, and then see like 4 or
Yeah,
5, right? Off of R&D. And we can't steal any
yeah.
Bellonas. Knight from Chess needs some miracle accesses. Let's see. They will have to
I
run. Wait,
wonder if
wait,
you.
wait, wait. Don't we? We don't have another extra turn.
Oh, you need to click for credit to encore or do something.
No, no, we needed to run HQ and archives.
Doesn't encore cost 1?
No, encore costs 0, thankfully.
Oh, so yeah.
Now it's the
I
corpse turn,
mean,
right?
yeah, it just corp soon and it just boom.
Yeah. Damn. The double Crisium grid from Nebula coming in clutch.
Yeah,
And this is an interesting thing because, like, if the good Nebula decks are already playing 2 to 3 copies of Crisium grid, and it's also just accidentally counter tech for the best runner deck, I wonder how the
yeah.
meta is gonna evolve. Like, what are the good runners into Nebula? Is it like the Seb combo decks that we've been seeing? Is it some kind of like criminal central access stuff? I would be down to see like
Mm.
more Anarch as well.
I
I count
think
Seb almost as a separate faction more than Anarch.
I think mm, just any cream with three any runner with 3x Iron Marons are good.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah, yes, yes, I agree. I think Krim could be good, could be well placed into a field of Nebula. But
yeah,
now we're going into what is probably my favorite deck of the ESL, which is the Warlock off-campus apartments combo Seb that we've been seeing these last few weeks, piloted by
yeah.
Jai versus CI by Dungeon Mixer. I think we saw a little bit of this, and this is some more old schooly efficiency committee CI7 almost combo deck, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think yes. I yeah, I think I remember that I when I last week I played against it and was this efficiency contest.
let's see how it goes. I guess it's definitely two decks that are kind of trying to just set up their engines or combo stuff as fast as possible. So we will see what ends up happening. I would say that CI usually feels really good hiding behind the really big scary eyes because they can afford it. But we know that this Seb is on Cipher, and Cipher doesn't care how big the ice is. It just goes kaboom.
Yeah, IQ is nothing for me.
Exactly. I don't care if your ice has 30 strength. It goes away.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your ideal CI hand turn one? I guess it's always
Oh,
something. Oh, well, it's definitely not that, right? That's
yeah.
an anemic turn for CI.
Ideal hand is like
Ooh,
some
okay.
money and violet level clearance.
Yes, yes, I think like some study like the ideal hand probably goes like something like hedge fund, something finish with violet level clearance always.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
But
And here,
maybe dungeon mixture don't have uh enough points for pilot level
for
clearance.
everything. Okay, so here Jai probably doing some sort of mini combo where we're gonna take a tag from Friendo, get wheels, install DJ. Some trash talking of good cards in the chat. Jai defending the honor of the good Anar connections. If we install DJ Geist here, we just have to manually clear the tag afterwards, which is fine, but yeah.
Yeah,
But we draw the tech trader, which is big. It's really big. We lost one tech trader, so we lose a little bit of the efficiency of the engine, but this engine makes so many credits that losing one tech trader is not the end of the world.
yeah. You're playing ultraviolet level clearance, just your whole turn to do
No,
what I
not
wants to do.
not installing anything off of the ultraviolet, not even like an HQ ice or any kind of ice.
I don't
Really?
think that anything really matters.
I guess, yeah, fair enough, but I don't know. I would even hope to install a Jackson, install something like you're playing 3 clicks. I would like to install anything. I I feel like I'm losing value from not installing something. And just clicking to draw instead of installing another
Yeah, I
resource.
think you're just installing same old things.
Ah, but Simultinks is not a connection, so that doesn't get you your
Oh,
off-camera draw. I also
oh,
missed
yeah,
that. I was kind of zooming on same old things, but yeah, same old things, not a connection, so doesn't get you the off-campus draw. Okay, and now we have a Praxis. Like this turn is gonna go crazy.
yeah,
Like I wouldn't be surprised if we end up having drawn a lot of cards this turn.
yeah. This will be a long turn.
Because you can Praxis back a Street Peddler, I suppose.
Oh,
Or I wonder if you just get back the second Tech Trader.
yeah,
We will see how much Jai values credits over cards. Yeah, no, Jai just wants more cards. I kind of agree. You have the Friendo. Friendo is enough credits probably. So
yeah,
Street Leather finds 2 crews and Vamp. I guess yeah, that's the payoff for making a bajillion credits. Like when you have infinity credits, you can just vamp the corp. That's pretty good. So Street Peddler can install. Wait, yeah, we installed the other tech trader first, or we wheels to gain clicks anyways.
I think
We
wheels
definitely
for
won't
clicks,
install this
credits,
trader.
cards.
Yeah, we have a really, really efficient engine setting up here. Dungeon Mixter, whatever kind of combo it's trying to set, they're trying to set up, really needs to get going because I feel like in a couple turns, CI really doesn't like being at 0 credits.
Yeah.
And I see a vamp in the future of Dungeon Mixer. Jai, I guess, just doing some maths, trying to figure out what's the best way. Do you pop friend? Do you pop wheels? What do you do? I would always just start with Tech Trader because like that, the wheels ability is a trash ability, so you're gonna draw one off of guys to make a credit off of Tech Trader. So I would always want to install the second Tech Trader. I don't know how much the Tech Traders cost. I don't remember.
I think one.
I think one too, but I don't remember. Okay, so rumor
Oh,
mill. Rumor mill stops wage workers, stops Jeeves, stop a bunch of good combo cards. Yeah, it costs one. I wonder why we didn't install it first. But now Street Peddler installs a crew for +1 credits, which is kind of crazy. And now we
and
can
two
just.
cards. Oh, we
Hmm,
have keyhole.
Keyhole is
I
big,
wonder.
but we kind of drew too many non-resource cards, I wonder. We probably just have to play like a couple same old things.
Oh, Praxis. And now
Praxis.
let the
Ah,
fun begin.
we don't have a connection to install off of Seb, but just cycling the wheels is so much
Yeah.
value.
And after wheels install and crack, you have credits to
You
install
have
keyhole.
credits, you have more cards, you have everything you want, yes.
Yeah, such
It's
over there.
oh what? Okay, yeah, I was like, sure that we install wheels because we need to untag ourselves. Oh, Jai maybe just wants to dig. Just Jai is just saying I want to see as many cards as possible. I don't care about value. Oh, and we
Oh,
can do the Seb afterwards and we spike the connection to install. Let's go. Oh my lord, that's a lot of value.
yeah. And sadly, Armand Gaze ability is not optional.
Yes, you
Even
always
if you
have to
don't, yeah, you have too much. I don't want any of this.
What would you install off of the Street Peddler? Like Valentina is more credits, of course, but I guess we're just untagging ourselves the old-fashioned way. And Geist will draw us more cards.
Yeah.
Uh, so I guess Jai is
Discarding
just saying,
keyhole.
like, yeah, Jai is just saying, well, we don't need Rumor Mill, we don't need any of these cards.
Oh,
Uh, even the same old things, I suppose. Yes. But we're
I
hiding
think,
the vamps. We're hiding the vamps, but if we're dungeon mixer, like we have to suppose that the vamps are there, right? The
yeah,
vamps are always there. And we ice R&D, so like realistically, dungeon mixer can get vamped to 0 this turn easily.
yeah,
Like Street Peddler, install whatever you want. Is so much
yeah.
value.
Fall guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, you have privileged access.
Yeah, we have another practice. We can do it again.
Yeah,
I think that maybe like with the Praxis, you can install friend of a friend to just make even more money. Like, cause I feel like if they don't, if CI doesn't have a YDL in hand and you vamp them to 0, they just lose the game on the spot, right? Pretty much.
yeah, for sure.
Fall
Yeah,
Guy
we have a connection with
for
him.
4 credits and a card. Yeah, I would play a sure gamble. Clickless sure gamble that draws me a card. Sure. We're getting wheels. Oh, we're doing the full combo turn. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, and we find more
and
fall
fall
guys.
guy. Oh,
uh, oh, yeah, like Does Vamp give you a tag? I don't remember.
Vamp, yeah, it gives you attack.
Okay, so now we can pop wheels, make a bajillion credits, vamp the corp to 0, and keep playing the game.
Yeah.
Crazy. And we draw another wheels!
Oh my god.
Oh, I love this deck. This is so much fun.
Yeah. Oh, you have friend on the street peddler. Hey, I want to vamp you to 0.
Yeah, like this.
Oh, vamping?
Yeah, I think CI is not gonna be happy about this one.
Yeah.
I wonder what we're installing. Friend.
Yeah. Just draw card.
Yeah,
Make a
just
friend.
more cards.
Vamp another time.
Yeah, I guess. Well, we can send them to 2. 2 is good enough.
Yeah, but you
Or we
don't
can,
need
or we can pop Street Peddler, install Valentina, send them to 1. Yeah, let's go.
because 2 credits it's such a breakpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Even 1, I don't know if
Oh, Jai looking to N6 to just trash Dean Lister for 2 credits and a card. Okay, we're keeping the Street Peddler around. We're just trashing the Dean Lister.
LOL.
That's that's sweet.
That's gonna be really rude to see. Yeah,
Yeah, like Jai's turn is probably like 15 more clicks, install Hana,
installing Hana.
popping
Wow.
Hana again, installing a million connections, and probably like you can pop Hana, like finish drawing the rest of your deck, and then just levy and just do it all over next turn.
What a
Oh,
deck.
oh, okay, we're losing a tag with Friendo. Installing Fall Guy on the rig? Ah, okay, because we don't want to draw more cards. Fair, we already
Yeah.
have everything we need. Discarding Mercs and off campus. Okay. So now the corp is on 0. If they don't have credit YDL, the game is pretty much over.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like they don't have it. Okay, they need to top deck the YDL. Uh,
Hold, please.
oh. No.
Oh, that's so painful to watch.
I guess like what do you even do? Is it like you install a Jackson, click for 2 credits, discard all of your agendas, but you're so
No,
far behind,
like if
and
you
you're getting
yeah.
vamped again the next turn. That's the thing.
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah, I feel like this Seb deck, like once it's to this point of the game, like you're not getting out of it. It's like it's like you maybe you don't know that it's over, but it's over.
Discard 15 cards.
Discard 15 cards. The thing is that the Jai can just keep the levy in hand, and he can just keep playing same old thing to keep playing Praxis, and
Yeah.
just to draw all of the cards, make all of the money. And once he runs out of same old things and vamps and everything, and he has a million credits, he can levy and do it again.
Yeah. And maybe then he will free Dungeon Mixer from this
From the
painful
prison. Yeah,
game.
'cause the thing is that I think Jai would like to install Stargate and try to win the game, but that he cannot because the text to install a program from the heap is threat 3. So as long as he doesn't find any agendas, he cannot install Stargate from the heap.
I think this problem is easily
Solved
dealt
by
with.
running archives.
Yeah, yeah.
uh, yeah, Jai agrees. I know
I
Jai
can
will play
feel.
Clickless to Sure Gamble, also pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, this is one of those parts of the game where you can technically just do the maths. Like, you have 3 cards left in stack. I think Jai is just taking a moment. It's like, okay, I have 3 cards left in the stack. This Street Peddler is definitely hitting some card that I need or not.
yeah.
Only
Yeah,
one
for
Vacheron.
sure.
But Vacheron in
But
archives is turned off, right?
yeah, yeah, it's just 3 points. And
Right.
now let the fun begin.
Wait.
Oh, we see
Okay, so yeah,
shipment from
we see shipment. Well, I guess the thing now that Jai is now Jai has unlocked the full power of privileged access. So now he can start just playing, just playing Keyhole. Keyhole is a messed up program. It's like Stargate on steroids,
yeah.
and he's not even gonna do that. He's just gonna send Dungeon Mixer
Well,
back to zero. He's like, okay, yes, like like not even 1/4 of my turn, less than a quarter of my turn is just skipping your turn.
yeah.
Now we're finding all the copies of Hostage that are in the deck to find the tech traders, but we didn't find. Okay, we find the cipher. Um, I wonder if we do you install cipher? Do you just let the levy rip? You
I
just go
don't
for a
know.
single on HQ. Okay. Okay, that works. Do we go for another single on HQ? Uh-oh. Wow.
Yeah,
Runner clicks gained 26 on turn 5.
yeah,
An average of more than 5 clicks from turn 1.
yeah. That's funny.
That's really messed up.
What is
But
it?
yeah, it looked like a really awkward draw on the CI side, like with the first turn being like credit draw is really what you
Yeah,
don't want to see on the CI side.
I think
But
that CI
mm,
just didn't draw YDL for the whole game.
yeah, looks like all 3 YDLs still in R&D. Because yeah, like that's the thing is like if you vamp them, they at least have a little bit of bounce back. I think like even if they had all 3 YDLs in hand, I still think Jai was gonna win because they can vamp you a lot more than 3 times.
Yeah,
But with no YDLs, that was just really, really rough.
for sure, for sure.
All right, I guess we jump to the other side. In the
Mm.
meantime, while we do that, what are your thoughts going into the second split? Like, of course, no spoilers, but on your decks. But what are you thinking people are gonna swap over to? It's like, I expect a lot of changes. Do you expect people to still playing, Combo Wu versus Nebula? What are we feeling?
Like I saw the standings, but I think it's really common on the runner side.
Oh
Like
wait, we skipped the
no
game.
spoilers.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
back on track. Yeah, sorry. So you were saying? I'm gonna pause this for a second. This is just a
it's
very fast meta conversation. Yes.
like no spoilers, but I was hoping to people just understands that Combo Cabanessa is not fun and it's really it's crack deck of course, but it's I already said that it's pretty much easy for Corp to tech against it.
Hmm. Okay, so you think that yes, it is a very toxic deck in the format,
Yeah,
but that it can be just beaten with the right deck. That I kind of agree
yeah,
with. I guess we will see with the next points list and stuff like that. Because sometimes, like a lot of things in Netrunner can be beaten with the right deck, but maybe people just agree that for the health of the format, you can just get rid of something, like maybe like one of the combo cards, and or like just point them. Like in Eternal, you can just point them a little bit,
yeah,
and yeah, like you kind of lessen, because I feel like right now there's like a lot of corps that you have a cool idea for a corp, and then it's like, oh, but can it beat combo Wu? And if the answer is no, it's like you go back to the drawing board.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so we see a really interesting start from Jai going Nebula into double asset. What do you think? Is it just a bunch of Rashidas or something else?
Mm,
Oh,
I
wow.
don't.
Okay, wait. If Dungeon Mixer doesn't run, do you think it could be like table breaking news into Boom?
Yeah, table breaking news. Even if Dungeon Mixer runs, it can be seamless launched and just GG's.
Oh, let's see. There's a petty cache in the bin, so anything can happen here. Spin?
But
Are we digging for Boom?
I think, yeah,
I have to imagine that if Jai had the boom, he would have farted by now. So I think they whiff. But I have to imagine server 2 is a breaking news, right?
I
Or something,
think,
or maybe just double spin. I don't know. Maybe it's just a weird hand, but that's actually, I guess, like one way that you can beat combo like Cabonessa. Cabonessa almost these like it almost like has like 3 turns that you have to do exactly the same 12 clicks every time. You don't have a lot of room to interact.
yeah, yeah, and this is like, this is why this deck is not, um, it have to disappear, like
Hmm.
something like that. Try thinking.
I guess personally, as a commentator, I was kind of interested to see that there was like no industrial genomics. Like my first thought when I saw this combo deck, I was like, well, IG, you run with Conduit, you get hit by Shock, you get hit by Breach Dome, you run again, you get hit by Shock, you get hit by Breach Dome again, and you die.
Yeah, yeah,
But maybe people are thinking about something else. Okay, the ice there really makes me think that is like a table breaking news.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, and the tree
Advantage.
advance.
What's going on?
Oh, that is so
And
interesting.
Dungeon Mixer confused too.
I wonder, do the Nebula decks play some sort of tutoring effects, like pivot, consulting visit, stuff like that?
I don't know, but I think consultant visit is cool include.
Consulting
Although
visit
I
is like free if you play enough Wayland influence. So it's like 2 booms and a bunch of Crisium grids. You could play consulting visit for free, right?
no, it's have to be 6, but I don't think that find one influence card that like even how the name business as usual
Hmm.
and just like something like that.
Mm. Yeah, Dungeon Mixer realizing the situation that if that is a breaking news, the game is really tough. But also,
Yeah,
it's like NBN is not famous for running a lot of end run ice. Like if that is a slot machine, like that doesn't do anything.
yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, would you pay 6? Like, would you run the remote and pay 6 to go through like a gold farmer to steal the breaking news?
Mm, I don't really know. Maybe.
Because like the
Mm,
way Jai's, it's really interesting because Jai's setting up like he definitely has the boom in hand. But if he had the
yeah.
boom in hand, he could have just killed him last turn.
Or this is a mm,
That's why
Drago
I'm thinking of
Egonode.
like doubles or like tutors or something else like. Oh, so
Yeah,
it
or
literally is the gold farmer. Huh, do you pay 6 here? If you pay 6, like it delays your
y-
combo so much, right?
and now you can be hard-hitting news.
And now you made a run. You had the audacity to make a run, yes. So you can be hit by hard-hitting news. Such a messed
Yeah,
up card. I think the combo Wu has exactly like one click that they can do whatever they want, and I think Dungeon Mixer spent their one kick just checking if the ice was actually in the run, which is fair. And now they're going back to the normal combo line, I think.
yeah.
But I mean, Jai is really posturing like this is it. Yeah, 0 credits. We don't even have a ritual though, so this is 0 credits. No
Yeah,
ritual. It's gonna be a rough combo, right? Even if it goes off.
advance. Yeah, it's the breaking news. And now you just
Okay,
boom.
it's
Just
just
boom.
boom. I wonder what why they didn't. Oh, like I think on the turn where Jai had the kill, I'm gonna just rewind. Like
Yeah,
the turn where Jai
sure.
had the kill, he pops the spin, he still doesn't find it. He draws one more, maybe, and then finds the boom. No, wait. He doesn't draw any more cards. So why couldn't he just boom him from here?
I don't
Like
know.
if you play the petty cash, you go up to 4 clicks, you score the breaking news and you boom, right?
Yeah.
I wonder what happened. Did he top deck the boom on the turn
Oh
afterwards?
no, it fourth click was a draw for Jai.
Ah, last click draw for Jai.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait. Oh
Already
yeah,
mandatory.
it was ice. Ice. Then you draw the boom and then you pre-advance. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess if you're Dungeon Mister here, yeah, you either run the remote or you run HQ and you hope to snipe the boom, because boom is one to trash.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, really close games. Yeah, turns out if you're planning to combo by turn 3, I'm just gonna kill you on the corp turn 3. That works.
Yeah,
Like that's just killing you faster is definitely a tech that can happen.
for sure.
I wonder if we're gonna be seeing like some Drago shenanigans. Drago is a way to lang tags on runners really fast. Maybe like some R plus Drago shenanigans could be good. We never know.
Maybe.
And this was Ace Empress and Dungeon Mixer. Oh, and that was it. That those are our 4 games. It looks like we're gonna be
Yeah.
kicking it off to our other commentators.
Alrighty, thank you both for this wonderful commentary. You've been amazing. Um, anything you want to say, Cedro, before either of you jumps off? Any shout out?
Mm, yeah, I want to shout out to all St. Petersburg meta that's going on.
Nice.
Like, just hi.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And I
Then,
want to shout out you
mhm.
and Anarco for starting off this thing. Eternal Super League is really fun, and I feel it's kind of like single-handedly revived the format. There's like a lot more people interested in the last since the first season. I'm really happy to see more people coming into it and brewing weird decks and pushing the boundaries of the meta.
Yeah, thanks, Vavark and
It has been a pleasure.
all stuff.
Alrighty, in that case, thank
All
you
right.
both. And I'll
Yeah.
jump in with the other commentators for the second half of
Thanks
the
for having me.
stream. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks. Bye both. I'm gonna finish watching this while having dinner. Have a good one.
Absolutely. Have a good
Bye.
one to you too. Alrighty, and for my second act here, I have 1.5. I'm assuming we'll be joined by a second one in a second. But I have Baram with me. Ba, say hi.
Well, hopefully you do. My internet is playing up today, so let me know if my mic is working.
You're coming out
It's
loud and
not.
clear. Yeah, and we have Axu as well, jumping in at the last second. Say hi, Axu.
Hello, I'm just off recording the podcast, so I might be a bit extra wired today, but trying to settle down, do some
Awesome.
commentary.
We have some fire game coming up, so honestly, the more wired, the better, I think. All right, I'll mute up and I'll let you two handle the next few games. I think we have Augustus against OF 1515, and then we have Sidiro. We just heard commenting their game, playing against Toron for the last games. We're not gonna see Mazzy today because she had her bye week this time around. So I'll let you two handle the rest of the games, and I'll talk to you all when we're done with it.
Okay, thanks, Warlock. So going into the next games here, we have two absolute veterans of Eternal Super League in OF -15 playing against Augustus Caesar. OF 15 -15 currently in undefeated, I believe, in the standings.
Yeah, I believe so. And winning both weeks by a sweep, I believe. Playing, of course, this combo Wu that we have seen multiple times, and some sort of a kill Nebula. Like, I think if you time all the matches, I think OF 15 might have the shortest run in the tournament currently.
Well, it's
And
here for a quick game, not a good game,
exactly.
or something like that.
Also, Augustus coming off the bye week. So Augustus just getting 2 matches in this 3 week block. And Augustus showing up with some sort of a Nebula. Actually, we haven't seen too much of this deck. I think it's more of a scoring version, not necessarily as killer focused. And I think this also was packing some really mean combo with tech. So we might be seeing if that comes into effect here. And
Oh, that'll be fun. Interesting. I wonder if it feels like an advantage or a disadvantage to get your bye week in that first week where the meta really is kind of, it's sort of a bit wide open, as in there are some clear best decks, and we've already seen that going into next week, people are going to be teching against those decks quite hard from the looks of things.
yeah, going to be really interesting to see. I think we can probably jump into this match so we can get the games underway.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Okay, so Combo Wu
Uh,
versus Nebula Fast Advance. We have seen this matchup, I think, a couple of times in this set format already, and it's going to be coming down really on those couple of the first 3 turns. Either Nebula can set up, or Combo Wu will just take the game. Sadly,
Yeah.
O15 kind of mulliganing or drawing a bad hand at the start. Double Coalescence doesn't feel as good when you actually get those free of your deck with ID ability.
Yeah, it's in fact much worse having it in hand. It costs an extra credit to play from hand, as you're not getting that 1 credit discount off Woo. The one thing that off 1515 does have, in a way of kind of getting back those credits, they can rigging up one of these coalescences, which is an extra 4 credits, which might be necessary if they feel like they need some extra money early on.
Yeah, does mean you don't have the rigging up for the Faust later on. But looks like O15 has some time here. Augustus just icing up HQ and sending up one petty cash operation, so not really clear. And what a draw! The Forest third coalescence getting punished by not clicking the ID ability. That's horrible.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. You immediately going to feel terrible about that as a play, and yeah, using here for rigging up to get that extra coalescence money. I mean, just that's going to feel pretty bad. At least as a slight kind of bonus, we've drawn into a diesel, so there is a little bit of draw on the go.
Yeah, I think we are one credit off the normal line. And scoring an Astro script straight off. Augustus starting off with a bang here. And question is, how long is OR15 start actually delayed here? Continuing the drop, at least self-modifying code by itself saves you some amount of clicks or credits that you don't have to spend actually fetching your stuff. And
Yeah, but
drawing into
also
second
here,
hyperdriver.
but I don't think you don't want to draw the self-modifying codes, do you? Like, you want to pull them out with Woo, because any card that you're drawing which isn't, which is one of those programs that you could be fetching, isn't one of the important pieces which you need to really kick off the combo. And really, we're talking about rituals.
Basically, yeah, ritual is the most important card in deck. After you draw it and have a sizable amount of hyperdrivers online, you can just win the game. But we're not at that point yet.
Yeah. 15 minus 15 is setting up here, though, slowly getting hyperdrivers up and going. We've got at least one down. I wonder if they're considering whether to run here or not. Like, there is a chance that you do want to turn off Nebula, although with nothing in the bin, I guess you're probably feeling like at least there's not an instant scoring line next turn.
Yeah, and I think we might be just fine with the corp scoring agendas if we're not dying. That's why I think people are mostly play the kill versions, where it can literally like push this fear of death into your opponent on every single turn that you stay flipped. And looks like we're not pressuring that way, just drawing up, finding a ritual. So I think next turn is the go turn here still.
Yeah, I would assume so. We can install this self-modifying code and don't even have to sort of immediately click it and use it. So we don't even have to give away that we're kind of leaning into it next turn, as much as it's probably pretty obvious that that's happening. So now it really comes down.
Yeah, I was just probably
now
smelling it like far away that it's something happening next turn. Just drawing up, maybe trying to find a piece to stop the combo next turn, but I don't think that's there.
Yeah, you're going to need something really interesting in terms of it's fun, although this just gives tags, right? So like you can just take the tags. I mean, you're going to be taking a lot of tags.
Yeah, the first time I have in a long time seen sync rerouting being played. So every time O15 is going to run next turn, they have to either take a tag or pay 4 credits. And sadly, I think that doesn't end up mattering. I feel like we're just going to take the tags and take those tags all the way to the bank.
Yeah, unless there's a piece of ice which really cares about you being tagged. I guess if we're running like a data ward on R&D, that's probably quite significant to get through with a Faust, but probably still doable, I would imagine.
Yeah, could be. We see the first ritual being played. Do we have the second one in hand? I think there is an... Oh, there it is. Hard to see from the small cards. But yeah, we have drawn a lot of the deck. Now we're trying to look for our last pieces. Are we still missing something? We do have the APOC. We have the Conduit. I think a lot of the pieces are here. So I can just kind of start sending it. Or
That's great. I was going to say I'm black screened at the moment, so I'm relying on you.
Yeah, drawing up, maybe using one diesel that we could have maybe saved, and Simul chip sending out a coalescence does mean we have credits to actually install the Faust. Oh, sure, gamble first. And Faust coming down. You have a million cards in hand, and this ice has to be something really spectacular to actually end the run here.
Yeah,
And
you've got to love that one copy of Sure Gamble in there as a tech card. It's always fun.
Yeah, looking like sync routing triggering, or 15 just tanking the tag. Slot machine? Does that matter? Last two cards, two copies of Out of the Ashes. But I don't think slot machine actually matters here. You can just break it. You have so many cards in hand that are kind of situational.
Yeah, you break it or you just
They've got-
lose 3 credits. It's fairly, it's much of a muchness, isn't it?
Yeah, also technically I don't think the corporation credits will matter in the end. You can maybe let one of these subs fire, or at least 2, but it's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, deciding to let Augustus gain 3 credits and put advancements. Oh, the advancement thing didn't fire. And a gold farmer that doesn't end the run, so we will see 15-15 get into every single server here, keeping discarding all the non-important cards, so Out of the Ashes getting hit, installing 3 cards of Illumination, just coalescences, and Simul chips that get more coalescences, and basically getting credits here. Yeah, that's going to be 4 more credits, so up to 21. Does mean we are able to steal 3 Bellonas off the deck. And saving one of the Simul chips, just in case something evil is protecting HQ here.
One last
And
run here
it
for
is-
OF. Looks like we are. Or have we run our cards yet?
I don't believe so. Still some flipped cards over there.
In which case,
Cards that Freestone's getting access doesn't
Right, yeah.
actually matter that much.
funny that the lockdown doesn't get trashed until the start of the next corp turn. So in all of the Encore's turn, OF is gonna take more and more tags. Although I don't think they will end up mattering if the combo goes all the way.
Yeah, I believe the game is going to either end on OR15 accessing every single card or just losing the game outright.
Yeah, that sounds likely. 2
Um,
cards in the stack. They're both out of the ashes. I wonder if OF just decides to draw the last 2 cards with a diesel or ritual, just to have them in the bin. Or it looks like we decided against it. So we'll only have a few out of the ashes, but
yeah,
honestly, probably enough cards to access, enough clicks to access enough cards.
yeah, hovering over the last ritual in the hand, then realizing we are on the last click, so that actually wouldn't even draw anything.
Mm-hmm.
But just putting double conduit medium, conduit medium and equivocation, those will access every single card in R&D with the three encore draws that we have.
Yeah.
And yeah, sync routing is hella funny here.
I think Agas is going for the carpal tunnel win condition here. If OF has to click too many buttons, we might win the game off of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, setting everything on the always
Mhm.
does help a bit on the situation. And there's the
Ooh,
first
Archangel is
Archangel.
massive!
Yeah, Archangel hitting up. All 15 has 12 credits, so some of these can be put back. Or this first one doesn't actually fire, maybe?
I think OF has enough credits to pay for the trace a few times, and Augustus doesn't have enough
it
money
does.
to just have the Archangel pop up every time. So I think Augustus can only force the encounter on Archangel once, and OF has enough money to pay both traces.
Yeah, firing first one. I think this can go up to 10 credits. No, just Trace. Yeah, Trace. Trace
Yeah,
5.
and the link on
For Trace
Cabonesa
6, Cabonesa
coming in
of- yeah.
clutch.
Of course, all these already broken ID abilities had also this text.
FFG with the lowest chance of getting the link correctly on IDs. I think all the broken IDs got the link.
Yeah, that's kind of does mean we can eat just some amount of Archangels. There's going to be a couple more runs here. And can we force the equivocation to draw the Archangel at some point? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's the top card right now. So yeah, Archangel just being.
Oh, there's a
Oh, there
second
was
one.
second one? Oh no! Sadly, that's also on top. So equivocation will draw that one also.
Yeah, but this last time Augustus could have forced OF to encounter it anyway because it costs 3 credits and
Yeah.
Augustus doesn't have enough
The
money.
next one I think has to be the key one.
I believe we don't have enough
Equi-
credits on the corp
equivocation,
side for that.
Drawing
Yeah.
up the second Archangel. Yeah, Augustus so sad to see that one on there. Doesn't mean we cannot steal Bellonas anymore though.
That's really
Still in
important,
Astral?
actually. Yeah, we'll see if OF decides to click for credits. He has enough clicks or like turns, I think, rather, that if they find the missing point, they can just click for credits and steal the Bellona on the last one. But it does lower the agenda density on the corp side just a tad bit.
Yeah, depends on how many agendas are in HQ here.
One more dig
Going
for
into
OF. You also don't want to get to the Bellona. You don't want to force the corp to draw that Bellona. So we might have to stall out the equivocation for a couple of runs here. Oh, but that's enough points, and if OF has enough clicks left between all the Encores, and I think they do, this is probably, there's probably
Yeah,
enough time to just click for
Just
credits.
clicking for credits
Yeah.
and running R&D. Yeah, sadly the Archangels showing up exactly the two most top cards in the pile that we could have accessed, and Augustus just wanted those beat down the road to
Yeah.
actually make those multiple conduit runs.
Had
actually
OF
cost-
stolen a Bellona before finding the Archangel, that would have changed the game. That would have changed the matchup quite drastically.
Yeah, great call, not stealing it, just understanding that that's going to come up at some point, and you will have time to actually figure out what's going to happen. Yeah, really interesting take there.
Very, very, very well thought out for Augustus, knowing that this could be a matchup that you need to be prepared for, and including some eyes. Unfortunately, not enough to take the W there, but could have definitely made a big difference had the cards been a little slightly different, or the credits being a little lower on the runner side.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's just Combo Wu doing what Combo Wu does.
Hmm.
I think we can probably jump into the next game then.
Let's.
And then it's going to be all 15 with following back with Nebula, and Augustus fighting back with Guys this time. Augustus, as we mentioned earlier, straight off the bye week, so we haven't seen this guy more than one game, and that game ended on turn 1 when Jai played the scarcity of resources and just completely ruined the entire game.
Yeah, we'll see if.
Hopefully Augustus can fight back more this
Mhm.
time, but we will see. Oh, it's Bling,
It's a
guys.
Bling deck. We didn't see that last time. Oh, but the
Nah, we
scarcity
will not do it
resources.
again. Scarcity on turn 1. GG's, it's over.
We'll see if Augustus can find a current to fight the scarcity this time around, but terrible luck on Augustus' side here, having to play against two of the many, I want to say, scarcity resources decks right now in phase 1, and having to face off against them both times on turn 0. That's just so annoying.
Yeah, and especially Augustus playing the one deck that really dies to scarcity, and yeah, just doesn't draw the counter attack here.
You know what's worse? Is that I think scarcity turns off Bling on resources. Like, you can't install the fall guy here and hope to trigger the Bling, because you have to
yeah.
spend credits on it.
Yeah, that's so annoying. Just I at some point the call has to be just run around and hope. You will get hit by hard hitting news as some sort of a punishment option, but like, how many other calls do you have?
There's not much else to do here. It's setting up the boomerang into division of funds, holding on to as many resources as possible for after the scarcity goes away. This won't give Augustus an access, but it might drain enough credits from the Nebula and also flip it back, so we're not threatened by some kind of fast advance or possibly a combo kill. Just now.
Yeah, Rashid. Oh, Rashid and the remote. That means we're going up to 6 credits even. So hard hitting news back on the menu here technically.
Quite the aggressive Rashida, that's for sure. Leaving it naked, knowing that Augustus doesn't have the time and the money to go and trash it. And now, over advancing the ice on HQ and playing the hard hitting news last click, flipping the Nebula and landing the runner in a world of tags and possibly some kind of boom in the near future.
Yeah, it does look like it. You have run somewhere. Just going HQ or server 1 first.
Now, in Guy's defense, any double trashable card can put you to 7 credits, and that's enough to 7 cards are in hand, and that's enough to like dodge a boom. So this Street Peddler could give enough cards to Augustus, but I think he missed. I don't think there's any trashable card on that Peddler.
Yeah, I don't think so. Just having normal cards. I was just looking through the cards, but nothing can be triggered of paid ability window, so looks like this might be it here.
We don't have a way out. We don't have a way to pad our hands all the way to 7. And if F has the kill option in hand, that might be just game.
Yeah, just waiting for it. Doesn't look like we actually have it. We haven't played it yet. So, 15.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Bit of a slow roll, but after waiting for Augustus to play and to make any action, the boom comes down, and game's just over.
Yeah, had to think a bit just to find it in the massive hand size that we had. But yeah, triple Rashida being played turn after turn after turn means that we did draw a lot of our deck and just. I think that turn 1 scarcity again coming down clutch and just ruining the guy's day.
Yeah, absolutely. A tough position. Although to be fair, Augustus would have needed a little bit more setup to fight off that HHN boom turn 2 into 3. Definitely not the best position to start against. Like start to playing after the scarcity turn 1, but an unfortunate game for Augustus. We'll see if he sticks on the Geist for next phase, or if the fear of more Nebulas makes him switch to something less resource heavy.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. And with that, we probably can switch into our last double-sided Swiss match of the evening.
Also, once again, F15-15 coming up on top with a sweep again. I think he's 6-0 right now.
Oh yeah, up to 18 points.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hard lead to claw back. I think last season we did have, Jai in a lead early on, but then Toron managing to claw it back.
Mm-hmm.
So not out of the possibility. We have just played 1/3 of the tournament. So still a lot of stuff going on between these 2 games. And our 15-15 can just overcook their deck by a lot and lose every single game of the next 6 weeks.
We've seen player overcook their brews, that's for sure. We're jumping into Toron against CD-RO, the World Tree Wu against the Gagarin we've seen a little bit in the past few weeks. Winning last week with the double Urban Renewal for the kill on like turn 3 or 4 against Combo Wu. We'll see if this Wu performs better.
Oh, have we seen Gagarin before? don't have any idea that we have seen the Gagarin yet. It might have been one of the matches where combo wood just combo wood. And I'm clicking the buttons on the site.
Yeah, apologies.
Alright, so we do see first turn triple install from the corp, and Toron kind of opening the nuts draw against that. Miss Bones maybe coming down on turn 1.
Miss Bones an absolute hit here for turn, that's for sure.
Kind of difficult to see though. If you install that and just go and nuke the opponent's table, you get hit by hard-hitting news, and the game switches around drastically. So yeah, triple installing the remotes, and kind of what Gagarin likes. Oh, and Miss Bones actually isn't the clean solution that you maybe want here, because you still have to pay the Gagarin tax. Gagarin saying that every time you want to access a card in the remote server, you have to still pay 1 extra credit. And looks like we're not going for it instantly, just dropping off Coalescences and going for that World Tree, it looks like. Yeah, World Tree being set up onto the table, not directly. Going, yeah, self-modifying code first into the thing, and looks like we are just going HQ.
Makes sense here.
Extra triggers.
You have to. You don't want to spend the extra credit for
going down to 3 credits, but I think installing an extra copy of Coalescence will help against that.
Absolutely, makes sense to avoid the Gagarin tax as much as possible, at least on your first turn, and just setting up the whole engine with World Tree and Leprechaun just for extra mu that we'll probably use for new Coalescences and new programs. I wonder what Toron is packing here in terms of asset tech.
Yeah, going to be interesting. We do see Urban Renewal, just a card that you have to deal with at some point. And historically, maybe one of the most broken assets in the history of the game. Sensi Actors Union, kind of a card where you read it, start reading it, and every time you read it, you find something more broken about it. A political asset that cannot be iced for it to trigger, but you will draw 3 cards, and then you can put 1 to the bottom of the deck. So you can just bottom out any of your agendas in hand and keep drawing your absolutely amazing cards. I think this is a card Toron needs to deal with fast. I think historically, letting this fire once or twice basically won the corp the game, and could be similar in Eternal.
Yeah, absolutely great value from that Sensi, and Toron takes care of it. Like turn 1, click 1 is not click 1, but as soon as possible, not wanting to fire, letting it fire once more. See a Parisha coming down, very classic asset tech. Toron rely on that one probably, and the Miss Bones to try and tackle the board that Sidero put up. But you need actual credits for Gagarin to kind of matter here. So Toron doesn't have that many runs without having to find some way of making a little bit more credits.
Yeah, I feel like the game is going to come down to a bit about how fast Toron can dig for these drip econ pieces that we might have. Because if Sidero can like make Toron overextend early, this Wu might be in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. On the other hand, Sidero not very liquid. 1 credit is not enough to like threaten an HHN or maybe like a scary res. So Sidero Toron has a little bit of time maybe to set up some drip. But this looks like a game that goes long. Both players want to grind the other one to a halt, grind the other one out of resources. And we'll see if Toron has enough different money programs in the stack that he can generate enough value throughout the game.
Yeah, it's also going to be that I had a point in mind, but I forgot. Classical commentary. But taking care of the illegal arms factory means we are getting a singular bad publicity from that, trashing that. And that kind of turns off the Gagarin tax by itself.
Yeah, the bad pub is
Also
great.
the Sensi Actors Union.
Mm-hmm. Double Parisha is also incredible for Toron, who's looking like they can trash like 1 or 2 cards every turn now without worrying too much. We'll see if Sidira can install enough assets to overwhelm them.
Yeah, just help a bit that we have Mumba Temple, and even if the Gagarin is low on credits right now, if we get like just a couple of turns of uninterrupted assets being on the table, I think that it will be really different. Like one trigger of what's the Wayland political card? Bankers Union.
Yes.
Yeah, so Commercial Banker Union. That triggering once or twice means Sidero is basically back in the money. That card is also on the list of one of the most broken assets in the game.
Toron, you're pondering what to trash. The Urban Renewal looks enticing, but you have one more turn to deal with it. If CDR doesn't end up icing it, and Toron just deciding to run a new server, use World Tree to generate even more money with Blue Moose, and finding a Mumba Temple.
Yeah, there also already is one on the table rest, so not the most enticing trash, but you kind of have to maybe start kicking some of this down. Also on server 10, just calling out the new assets here. Bootcamp, just that ability to tutor all of the other kind of cards. And this deck has a lot of like the best assets in the game, so kind of has to take care of that one before Sidero can actually tutor out stuff like Mumbai City Hall or Museum or something like that.
Yeah, the Bootcamp is definitely a scary one. The Mumba Temple is staying on the board, which means Sidero can quite easily res a few of these cards without actually paying. So the 1 credit is not a terrible liability right now. We'll see if Toron decides to deal with those later down the line, or if he's not worried at all about the Mumba Temple and is thinking if they can just trash the rest of the assets, then the money coming in from temples isn't necessarily important.
Yeah, next turn I feel like Toron's plan is kind of telegraphed right now. You have to take care of this urban renewal, so you're not eating 4 meat damage out of nowhere. And this server 12 could be staying safe here.
You're expecting some kind of push? Oh, it turns out Toron disagrees with your line, or at least wants to check server 12 before committing to the urban renewal. Maybe even considering taking the 4 damage if necessary.
Yeah, depends a lot on what's the actual threat of eating that 4 damage. Classically, I think in the old metas where Gagarin was played, we did see stuff like Contract Killer be the last damage, and I don't think we have the credits for that specifically.
I wonder here, since we found the Plascreed Carapace, do you think Toron is going to install that and just tank some of the damage?
I was going to say that would be interesting, but deciding to just go and trash it. I think trashing the card is exactly the same as just installing the Plascreed Carapace cost-wise, but
yeah, you're right.
Of course, Plascreed stays on the table and you can sell it for something with World Trade.
I wonder if Toron even cares about more assets, more hardware here. The one
Oh,
thing
best
that
defense? Yeah, goodbye. That's a tech card and a half. Getting really punished by trashing the dummy box here.
Oh my god, getting rid of the dummy box means we don't have any protection. The best defense takes care of the root behind, like under all of the 3s and all of the Parishas, and now we're in a totally different game. Sidero doesn't have a lot of money, but Toron has lost all of his engine, all of his controlling cards, all of his controlling programs that were helping him keep the board clean, and now this is gonna be a really rough game to keep up with whatever Sidero is gonna put down on the board.
I think I'm not sure how many of more of these pieces Toron has. We have an extra World Tree. We don't have an extra Shashirad, so we cannot get everything back. Just installing daily cast sniping a 2-pointer out of
Arm-
an HQ.
Armed Intimidation is a
Actually
really interesting
doesn't
one.
end-
Combos quite
Yeah,
well with
definitely
Urban
interesting what
Renewal.
happens. Oh yeah, true. And if there is a time in this game where Corp has to leverage this board state, it's right now, before Toron gets back rolling with this huge like death engine that the Wu can set up. It just has to find something to do here. And clicking for credits is not it. Luckily, we do have high friends and high play.
Friends in
I
places, yeah.
went to click on I went to click on Archive to see what we could have installed back, but
Urban Renewal
getting
and
Executive
yeah,
Bootcamp and Urban Renewal.
that bootcamp threatening to become a Mumbai City Hall probably, or a Museum of History, and just keep the engine rolling, keep the board proliferating and installing more and more cards. We'll see if Torn can find enough cards to rebuild an engine that can deal with whatever Sidra is about to install on the board.
Yeah, we do have stuff in hand, but nothing of these cards is like super key. Rabbit Hole is kind of funny that it installs everything in one, and you have link 3, some huge amount of link that helps you a bit for like hurting newses and stuff like that. But I think this is mostly trash fodder for World.
Yeah, absolutely. Although the 1 or 2 turns where they sit on the board and they make the harder than use a little bit harder to land, those are kind of nice.
Mm. Yeah, Urban Renewal getting Brest and Executive Bootcamp. And will we see Mumbai City Hall come down and start wrecking in?
We saw one in hand, so I'm assuming Sidero might just install that one, res it, and find something else. We see
Oh, Elizabeth Mills?
Elizabeth Mills.
That's the one you have to put on the screen.
It deals with blue moves, right? That's a location.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. So could also bracing it removed the bad publicity. So the one that we got from the illegal arms factory kind of getting blanked here, and that was actually a huge amount of Torrent's econ in this game, just getting removed.
Yeah, very nice from Sidero, finding a way to deal with the small downside that the illegal arms factory had on his deck, and now we're removing all of the drip from the runner. The daily cassette kind are slowly running out. The blue moose might just disappear at some point. Yeah, turn running the Elizabeth Mills just to deal with it.
Yeah, cannot let that sit on the table and kill the blue moose. Just has to go and trash it. Funny enough, daily cast getting sold into a second one, so we will get a lot of credit still coming in for Toron. And the Corp kind of hasn't leveraged this good position that they found themselves in.
Yeah, I was expecting the board to just keep proliferating even more with that MCH in hand, but looks like CDR decided to cut down on the bad publicity, so slow down the runner's money even more, and we'll see if he ends up making more and more servers now that we dealt with the bad publicity. And Friends Night Place is just another great way to keep things installed, keep Toron occupied with the board. Close refresh movement and Sensi Actors Union coming back down.
Yeah, I think this is a loop that long-time players have seen play out in the day, where you stress a clone suffrage movement and just keep taking your friends in high places back and just keep installing everything your opponent is going to trash during the turn. And that's economically backbreaking. Luckily, Toron does have a lot of credits rolling in. And now we're thinking about the Plaza crit here.
Yeah, we saved it earlier, but I think this is the time where you install it. I don't think you'll even end up keeping it. Maybe you keep it around just to make it something like a different hardware, if you don't really need the other cards in your hand. But Bloxgrid here is definitely going to save Toron some clicks in terms of drawing new cards to sell to World 3 again.
Mhm.
Challenging what I
Looks like we
believe
are
is
going to
the
take care of.
is a clones to fresh movement, right?
Yes, I believe so. Deciding that is the most important card on this board state. Still going to be interesting to see if we actually go for the second one also. And the install here, just getting Dreamnet on the table. Oh, and yeah, having to go and take care of the Sensi Actors Union also. That firing would have been disastrous.
Yeah, definitely. Now that I think about it, I think the reason why Isidore is not playing the MCH, is not clicking it right away, is that the deck is on Sensi, which means I don't think we have enough points for Museum. So I think this deck only uses MCH to find Moomba Temple and maybe a couple other Alliance cards, but we don't have the whole Museum to loop the deck back up and keep the grinding up. So that makes more sense on why the play pattern has been just play the friends, install things that you want from archives, and try to slow down the runner even more.
Yeah, I think this Gagarin deck might be the one deck that gets pointed out the most on the ban list or the points list. Getting points on Museum, all the assets that you want to play, and Mumbai City Hall is adding up, so you cannot get everything you want, but that's probably for a good reason.
Yeah. It is a great deck when runner is not ready, and even when fighting against such a massive run-based engine like World 3, we see the deck still has ways to fight through it.
I feel like the way that we fight through it is card called Best Defense. I feel like the game would have been quite a bit different if we didn't install the tech card during the game.
Yeah, definitely. But you have to come in with knowing that you're playing Thorn Week 3, right? And you have to be prepared for whatever World 3 is going to, whatever turn is going to bring up, whatever World 3 is going to build up. And that Best Defense definitely the card that
sure.
CDRL needed in that position.
Yeah, really kind of funny in hindsight that Toron had the exact win condition against that card. We did have the dummy box in play, and we could have just kept that in hand, and made it sure that Best Defense cannot do anything anymore. But maybe not realizing the threat that he was under, just selling that one out.
Yeah, second time this ESL that Toron gets caught by ways to remove the base of the whole engine, and all the cards end up falling in the heap.
Mm-hmm. And I think that might be like the fifth Friends in High Places that we have seen played.
Definitely feels like it. We have more urban renewals trying to grind the runner even more, and another Clones to Fresh movement. Toron sitting on 9 credits, not like enough to deal with it, but not enough to like keep this going. And now the daily casts are actually gone, we are not gonna have a lot of drip economy left. Luckily for Toron, we found the first levy. We might be able to. We've played the first levy, so we've reset the stacker rating. We're probably going to play a second one, and sometime soon, to just get the Colossus back in the deck and trying to get as much value as possible.
Oh, and going to the double 3 here. Interested to see what we will actually figure out with this table. We have a lot of MU in the on table, so just looking like we are going for the green orbs, and that is the main rip engine that we have left in the deck.
Yeah, makes sense. Finding the infinite money here finally, getting every bit of credit that Toron can muster. Recognizing the game is going to be a long one, even after that massive Best Defense, and just trying to get as much run like drip economy that he can to deal with the like sea of assets that Sidira is going to install here, despite Corp being only like halfway through R&D.
Yeah, and this is the time where the first time in the game, I believe, the Corp actually is in front of the Aegon race on 3 credits, going up to 6 after this Commercial Bankers Union fires, and 6-1 might be threatening Harding News here.
Hard News would be really like a really big hit for Sidiro. I think MCH coming down might just mean that, or just playing it from hand, putting Toron on 4 tags, and we have a no one home trigger that we might just fire off
no
here.
one home taxes Sidero actually quite a bit more than you would expect. You have basically 2 link because of this rabbit hole, and makes Sidero just pay 2 extra credits. The question is, do you just want to keep that in table? And I think next turn just going to be misdirection, clearing some of the tags out.
Absolutely, misdirection being the get out of jail free card here for Toron. It saves him.
Oh, Zealous Judge though.
Ooh, that's massive. Will we have enough clicks to deal with everything here?
I think you have enough clicks, but you don't have enough credits. That's the issue. The misdirection is still going to cost 4 credits. How did we get to 7 Oblue moves? That's so much drip. God damn.
All the Rezekis, and I think we had one more trigger off of the daily cast, so we have enough to get to 7. Dreamnet will get us to 8 if Toron ends up running Zilja, since we have 2 links thanks to the rabbit hole. So we have, I think, barely enough clicks and credits to deal with the judge, as well as the 4 tags we got from HHN.
Yeah, means that the Zealous Judge is going... Oh, you're going to sell for the misdirection. I didn't even think about this line.
Toron having to dodge the misdirection draw from the Dreamnet, but looks like that's not a problem. The 1 in 88 cards, I think, of possibly losing the game because of that. I'm assuming a muse of some kind would have helped in that case.
Yeah, server 2 might be a second Zealous Judge, but doesn't look like it's getting rest.
That would have been dramatic. If a second judge had been res, that might have spelled disaster for Toron.
Yeah, that does feel like it. And again, we're getting up on credits a lot here. Misdirection, though, is just such a powerful tech card in this matchup. Means it kind of defangs a lot of the Gagarin's offense that typically is leveraged by Zealous Judges and Hard-Taking Nooses.
Yeah, between Rezeki, Blue Moose, and Misdirection, Toron is basically tag free with 2 clicks and just the money provided by the engine. So it looks like Toron might have once again set himself in a position where he is ahead enough that he doesn't have to worry too much about threats. We'll see if Sidiro can find another way to threaten Toron, make him spend more credits than he actually can generate with this engine, or if the engine will slowly put Toron back in driver's seat of this game.
Yeah, starting off with a drip, getting 4 credits, I believe, at the start of turn, which is going to add up in the long haul.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 World Trees means we generate about 6 credits worth of installs next turn, or the first run. So the money coming in from this deck is absolutely crazy. Although we're running out of things that maybe Toron is interested in installing, and we might be getting closer and closer to clicking that Levy AR lab access, resetting the whole engine, getting those Parishas and those coalescences back in the deck, and we'll see if Toron wants the engine.
Yeah, like this is kind of the one deck that can just levy whenever it wants, after you have triggered all these coalescences. Getting those back in the deck is just so much liquid cash that Toron would have access to if that happens. No dropping off on clone chips and a credit commission off the draw. So we might be seeing something like Bron install clone chip and drop the creative commission. Adding up credit totals means Urban Renewal still on the table it's a threat that you haven't might need to take care of. We do have a Citadel Sanctuary on the table, so imminent death is not that around.
Yeah, we're not worried about dying necessarily, but Turn doesn't want to lose that Levier lab access just yet. We don't know how far in the deck the other copies are, so I don't think Turn necessarily would be happy about losing many cards in hand. We'll see if this World Tree find a way to get into that server in server 13 and trash that Urban Renewal, or if we have maybe other ways to prevent that damage from a second plus crit or something. Doesn't look like it though.
Yeah, I don't think so. The Cyber Solutions memchip, I think it's just 2 MU for a cost of 4. Doesn't end up mattering that much when you actually just have spent 1 of the World Reinstall. On selling the Plastic Crit Carapace with 1 counter, kind of a scary proposition, but getting those extra MU cards and the incidental rip of the program installs is going to add up.
Yeah.
After some while.
Just tanking the damage here. A second Urban Renewal gets res, another Rashida. I think that has been probably second or third Rashida that Sidira resed and fired. Damage is coming in, but Turan doesn't look phased at all. Citadel Sentry protecting him from any sneaky damage, unless Sidira can muster enough damage to proc the Citadel and then still go for game, but I don't think a threat to anything comes to mind right now.
If you have 3 copies of Angelique, we're not on threat, never mind.
It might be just a C source into double Scorch would do it, but that would be a wild include in a deck that I think wants to play a couple of booms as win condition, and that's it.
Yeah, I think realistically, net damage the only Oh, No One Home also tanks that, so yeah, Toron in a really safe position here.
Yeah. Also, saving the Dr. Nuka as the only card means Toron can just go back to a full grip really quickly, and then just use all of the additional draw and credit that the engine is generating to get.
Do you know how many copies of Levia we're on?
I would assume there's all 3, like a full playset. We have seen 2, but I would assume we also have some kind of recursion. Like Sable Thing is quite a classic thing that you can play in in sorts of deck. You can tutor for it with World Tree off of any resource, and then you can just fire the Levy right away. Oh, but Blacklist is annoying.
Yeah, that means we're not getting those actually back by Sable Thing at least. Before you go and deal with this 5 to trash install. Also disables blue moves, maybe a bit late on the rest there. And yeah, Blacklist, a really interesting tech card.
Slows down blue moves, slows down all the bin breakers that many different Anarch might be playing, and makes same old thing impossible. Sometimes saving you from runners that want to recur currents like Rumor Mill or Hacktivist that are quite hard for Gagarin to play against.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. And Toron kind of thinking here, questions that you possibly have is like, do you go and get the run trigger somewhere? You have your World Trees, like 2 triggers of World Tree that you want to use. New Angeles Soul is also a tech card that can kind of fix a lot of these problems. Just paying 2 credits to avoid any amount of tags.
Stays there for as long as you don't steal an agenda, and we'll see if Toron finds a way to get a film critic on the board. I don't even know if we have enough points for film critic now that I think about it. But yeah, it looks like
we're just selling them.
Yeah. Just becoming something else. We'll see what. It looks like the film critic would have saved it.
Anyway, but doesn't end up mattering. Just selling up everything that we want, and film critic means that a lot of the threats are also disabled on that end.
Yeah, it looks like Toron's game to lose here. The engine is set up. The ways to get around the threats are here. Double World Tree means we can get access to pretty much whatever we need at any point.
Oh, yeah, and server 2 being the Mumba City Hall, as we might have seen earlier on. Just Sideron possibly having to cut out some of these kind of the most busted alliance cards available. So not having Museum of History or maybe Jeeves by the influence count. So just also drawing into the Mumba temples naturally, meaning City Hall kind of doesn't have as much of a purpose here.
Yeah, we kind of ran out of things to find. Consulting Visit is the one I think that is still useful for the MCH to pull out.
Yeah, Beth going to be also generating kind of a lot of value. A really old school install that you just put on the table, every deck playing just one copy that you find at some point. Oh, Mayfly?
Mayfly, great program for Cabaneza. It gets consumed by the ability by itself, so it doesn't even you don't even risk removing it from the game, and it just does the job perfectly. After breaking the ice, you can sell it to World Tree. Now the overclock to get through the tour guide. Sidra raising as many programs as possible, many assets as possible rather, to make this run expensive. But Torrent has enough credits to just get in, trash the threatening urban renewal, and keep playing the game as is.
Yeah, interested to see what we're actually getting back here from the deck. We still don't see a breaker solution. That might be an option. Also, installing Lamb, kind of breaking a lot of this ice for just 4 credits. For example, Torgad doesn't really care about how many assets you have rest. Just paint it to be a barrier and then break every single card that you will be able to.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Lamb getting through the excessive amount of subroutines on tour guide for just 2 credits plus the paint cost here. And we'll see if Torrent decides to challenge the blacklist to fight off any other assets, or if we just keep setting up playing the economy and just waiting for the agendas to bubble up. Because Sidera is on 14 cards in R&D, and so the agendas have to be somewhere at this point, right?
Well, I think in Mumba City Hall, we did see one just sit on the table earlier on. So could be just kind of seeing a dangerous card and responding to the threat, even though might be a false flag there.
We'll see if that ends up biting Toron. Sidero sitting with 15 credits playing against 0 on Toron. We'll see if that leads to an HHN that's really hard to respond. Although with enough
it's hard
drip.
To respond. Yeah, hard to respond until you just drip for 4 and have to spend 2 clicks to clear all the tags. Misdirection, just an absolutely amazing card against this matchup.
It is only 2 credits we're dripping because the Blue Moose is getting turned off. It's getting by the blacklist, but
we're done 0 credits.
Yeah, but that's still enough money, I think. The 2 Rozekis plus the Delaware contracts to just keep up enough money to remove 4 credits. Although there might be like the window for Sidero to just push something behind that tour guide and get the HHN off. So Turon has to spend most of his turn getting rid of it, getting rid of the tags rather, and that might open up a window for Sidero to res something or push something, maybe a judge or an agenda that can trash some of the board.
Yeah, like if you have a Zealous Judge you can install behind tour guide, I think Turn might not be able to go and trash it this turn. The issue would then be that you still have to go through No One Home, Citadel Sanctuary, everything like that on your opponent's turn. So it's not easy as it might sound, even to win with a Zealous Judge.
Yeah,
but that would be some progress here.
Absolutely. I think getting the win off of a single HHN might not be easy, but you have to get as much value as possible. You have to take the window that Turn gave you by going to 0 and trying to squeeze out some kind of odds to win this game, because you're not gonna win by just sitting back. So I think Sidero contemplating here the play to make what to do to best take advantage of this low credit total that Turn put himself into.
Yeah. Sidor was thinking about these lines here, maybe calculating on what Toron actually can respond to next turn. And sadly, the answer might be just about everything that you can do. Install new remote, click for 2 credits. Not what you want to see here as a Gagarin fan.
Yeah, that was probably one of the turns where you wanted to put up the pressure. We'll see if that card in server 25 is a threatening one, because Thorin doesn't have a lot of credits to deal with cards on the table right now. But it wasn't the flashy turn that we were hoping for, and the Principia into probably a knickknack from hand is going to be the way Turn, I think, bounces back up from 0 all the way to comfortable enough amount of credits to fight to trash all the assets.
Yeah, that's look like it. Also getting a Cuban onto the ice. I think that's just a thing you're going to sell at some point.
It looks like we're challenging the blacklist, using the Cuban to get some amount of money back. Turn finding all the ways, honestly, in the deck building phase to.
Sandberg? Yo! What is it, having everything? Cube. Torgar going up to 3 strengths? Still really annoying to break for Echelon.
Yeah, both Heschel and Lamb have a hard time dealing with this. It's definitely more expensive than Turn wanted. It's 6 credits for Heschel and I think the 7 for Lamb. So quite the hit, and just enough credits to make this expensive. Cuban will give Torn some amount of money back, but I might be a little too a couple of credits too short to actually get access to that blacklist and trash it. And yeah, we have to end the run on the tour guide, and the Cuban gets removed. That Sandberg ended up being helpful. We'll see if Sidero can capitalize off of it right now. But Torn still sitting on 7 credits and about to use the next turn to get as much value as possible. Sidero just clicking for credits, making the tour guide harder and harder to break after installing a second piece of ice on server 22. So setting up a new like not a new remote, but the empty remote to be as defensive as possible.
Yeah, like as a spectator, I start to suspect the integrity of the cards in HQ. We have drawn almost the 3/4 of our deck, and we just have seen one agenda out of the deck come. So might be just holding on to stuff like one copy of Government Takeover and multiple armed intimidations, and just doesn't have anything to do here.
Yeah, absolutely. We've also seen the bit of a passive stance from Sidero, clicking for credit a lot. So it looks like the hand doesn't hold a lot of playable cards or cards that you want to be installing. It doesn't mean that Torn is going to challenge it. Torn looks like is just happy to contest the board, slow down Sidero, and just choke his opponent out of possible plays here. And we'll see if and when we end up contesting HQ and just getting the points, or if we're just gonna play for a deck out possibly, or like as a convincing as a win as possible.
Yeah, so wise man once said the corp doesn't have anything that they can do if they just keep drawing into agendas. Maybe not exactly how the quote went, but
we get the gist. Yeah, it's definitely something about flat game state and Torn just achieving as much as possible, setting up a board that can just contest every threat that Sidero can put down, and making sure the Garian can't score any points. And we'll just find the points where necessary. And it looks like the line of thinking here for Torn.
and just 11 cards left in R&D. technically still can score O2, but looking harder by the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. The Echelon just getting through the tour guide, but with for 2 credits, and the Lambs just fighting off any ice possible for 2 to 7. Another Principia hits the board.
Yeah, question here is, do you challenge server 22? It looks doable, and the probable interaction might be just that Toron kind of doesn't want to waste any of the credits, but yeah, just going in there.
Yeah, Toron just playing slowly, finding all the credits possible, and just dismantling the board methodically, card for card, asset for asset, server by server.
Hortum, kind of an annoying thing to break. Lamb by itself, really a bad breaker by itself, having to spend up to 7 credits to go through a Hortum. But I think Toron can afford it at this point.
Yeah, we know that the Toron would have probably pivoted into a Turbine and maybe a Yogg if this deck was on more ice, and I think that might be something on his mind right now. If CDR wants to drag him through that server a few more times, he might just find the time to trash a few more programs and just install the more efficient ways to break the ice. But right now, Toron doesn't look concerned about it. Installing the Sacrificial Contact as a way of saving maybe some programs from getting destroyed if CDR is playing any rig shooting cards, and just sitting on a massive fort with extremely secure cards here.
Yeah, I think this, you are dripping again something like 2 credits a turn. You have an extra click of the best though, and next turn you probably can start setting up this Yogg and Turbine engine also to just eat these Hortums alive.
Yeah, looks like we're installing and advancing something that might be an actual attempt by CDR to push an agenda there. Toron can get in right now. It's exactly 9 credits plus 1 from the Gagarin to 10 to just touch whatever is in server 22. We'll see if Toron decides to use the World Tree earlier than that, running maybe HQ or a Central to get an actual efficient decoder to do the Artum, or using the Brahman. We'll see what is the choice here, but I don't think Toron will let that card in server 22 slide this turn.
Yeah, I would be really surprised. Oh, installing Slap Vandal, yeah, that also breaks Hortum quite efficiently.
Yeah, when you don't care about letting your opponent have a couple of credits, you're happy just breaking the end run.
Paying the 2 just for sport. Yeah, just classical Janet misclick.
What happened to the Brahman? I blinked and it's... Oh, we sold it to Knickknack, I see.
For Knickknack.
Yeah. Just getting 2 credits worth of value between the Dag Deer and the Cabon as a discount.
Exactly. Torgad also looking mighty sad, just being 2 to break. Kind of a pale comparison to even Torgad earlier this match.
Toron just going through the motions here, getting the Yogg on the rig, and having enough, just generating new ways to get through the Hortum, setting up an even more convincing lock.
Oh, blank Battlespire in the deck. That's interesting to see. Sadly, we don't see the trigger, just film critting it out. Also, the 2 counters spawning on it for some reason.
Those are 2 advancements, I think.
Oh, it still keeps the advancement?
Yeah. You just host it as is on the Film Critic, so everything that was on the card still moves with the card as you put it on Film Critic. They will drop off when you add it to your square. Oh, and we're finding a
that's
new
about
one on
that.
R&D. Interesting.
Yeah, I cannot post that one on Film Critic, but the next turn will be Sidero's last one, and I have a tough time seeing it out here.
Yeah, even with like the most forcing card would be HHN, but that's also a terminal, and it wouldn't even probably do much to turn in the end because of misdirection and everything.
Yeah, Film Critic also want to install, I believe, so cannot best defend it out.
And that also would just
Yeah.
put the Basalt Spar in archives, where I think Torn has an easy time getting it. I think this Gagarin list is not on Spin Doctor nor Jackson Hour because of how expensive Boombat City All and Friends and Places and Sensi Actors Union are in terms of points.
Yeah, also just taking the free Moombat City Temple trash and discarding 2 cards, and this I feel like is the end.
Yeah, writing is on the wall. We'll see if how Sidero has to spend his last 3 clicks here, but I don't see a way out of this scenario. I would expect HQ to be also equally as filled with agendas as the ones we've seen, like as the points that have come out of R&D and their mode. So with with like a couple of
that's
cards.
one best defense?
Yeah, one way to get rid of the no one home, but that is
shooting it as a parting gift, basically.
The extent of what Sidero has to do, just trashing the no one home, just send a message to the runner who just scores out.
Yeah,
well thought.
Gained by a runner 170.
Wow.
Is kinda like amount that you just cannot battle through, even with the Gagarin tax. And the best defense almost coming in extremely clutch, but just couldn't manage to find the tempo there after the thing came down. And Toron just managed to set back up and cleaning house after.
Yeah, best defense giving Sidora a chance to fight there, opening up a window where Toron might make a mistake and fall prey to a key HHN, but Toron keeping the money up, keeping the access to misdirection at any point, and just finding the world trees and then resetting the board despite not having the base asset deck, and just going through every single money card in his deck to set up a lock that and eventually cleaned up the board and found the points. Let's see the flip side of the matchup, shall we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can jump straight in. And it's going to be Asa versus Esa. Definitely won't get those two confused while speaking.
There's a Clan Vengeance.
Kind of interesting matchup. I don't think we have seen this kind of lists play into each other yet. Toron on a very classical looking Asa list, just installing good assets, getting tempo with a combination of Jeeves and Wedge Worker, and setting up for these scores with Lakshmi Smart Fabrics.
Yeah, Clan Vengeance is a great card into a Lakshmi based deck. We'll see.
I'm missing the 50-50.
That's unfortunate.
Endurance getting sniped by the Ghostlang install. Just wishing that we had the Titanium Ribs already installed, but no.
Yeah, so they're pondering over the Stillskin here, thinking, and ends up clicking it to get the grip back up to a considerable number. It's a tough matchup for Toron, I think, here. Lakshmi is the way you push agendas, and you might have to use it preemptively, especially when Clan Vengeance is coming down on turn 1 So we'll see how Torin decides to fight this one off. If he has any way to deal with it. Maybe he's playing some amount of Malias or some way to slow down the Clan Vengeance. Or if CDR is just going to run over, trash the agendas in hand, and just try to steal the ones on the board, going around the Lakshmi text.
Yeah, we also did see Sidero kind of like hovering the mouse over the third ghost tank that we have drawn. Kind of funny that we just keep drawing all of those. Luckily gets... Oh, never mind. The other option was a strike fund.
We keep
There's
dodging
not the
that.
correct cards here.
Yeah, it looks like CDR doesn't terribly care about taking the damage. We're just trying to charge as much as possible the Clan Vengeance, which absolutely makes sense. And Rumor Mill is a great card for the matchup. Lakshmi is not unique, but a lot of the other assets in the list for Torin are unique. And that Rumor Mill is definitely going to slow down all the wage workers and Jeeves that the deck relies on. And let's not talk about Estelle Moon, who's like the key economic and like draw engine for the deck.
Exactly. Rumor Mill, a card that blanks a lot of what Ace Group is going to do. Running HQs, Axis and Kesselrod. We did see this last week. It's a tech card basically for the combo Wu matchup, but in this one, kind of not going to be doing much except acting as a hard enderun against the deck that kind of doesn't have any breaker tools, I believe.
Yeah, I think has a playing endurance, maybe one copy of Paperclip in some lists to just since it's just a great fractor and easy way to get into the heap to later install it against some of the barriers. But yeah, he's famously not known for breaking ice particularly well and just running through them with banker usually.
Yeah, a card that we haven't seen yet. Rumor Mill not getting played last turn, so we do see the Spin Doctor just do something and draw 2 cards. Also does mean you can shuffle stuff back in. Click for draw, Friends in High Places. Super easy to forget that Friends in High Places is a terminal card, so it does end the action phase of the corp directly after playing.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like Torin is playing a very similar game to the one CDR was playing earlier, where we're just installing a lot of assets and trying to drain the runner's credit pool. You're CDR asking for actions. Nothing on the corp side, and we'll probably see the Rumor Mill hit the board. Turn off the Spin Doctor. Although the other 2 cards I don't think are unique.
Yeah, I don't believe so. And Spin Doctor being blanked, not the most important part yet. Titanium Ribs finally coming down, probably eating up either the card that we will draw one more time or the Strike Fan Semo thing.
Strike Fan and Semo, yeah.
Probably debating on that. Can you afford to trash the Semo thing here?
Yeah, so you're here contemplating whether the Semo thing is okay to be trashed or not. Looks like we're not unhappy with it, so the card goes in the bin. It usually is backup for Levy or maybe more Rumor Mills, but with 1 copy Rumor Mill in the hand and Levy still safe in the stack, I don't think we're gonna need that Semo thing anytime soon.
Oh, just erasing everything. Oh, this is last click, so Torin getting 2 counters for working prototype, and if Torin ever can manage to get 5 counters onto this thing, popping a Clan Vengeance back to hand would be massive, but just not enough credit.
Yeah, I think Sidero going after the worm reception to make sure that the Spin Doctor doesn't get rezzed over and over, and then probably considering contesting the working prototype in the future if he can generate enough credits. Fortunately, here having to click the Brain Cage and getting rid of the Sure Gamble. Interesting choice, honestly. I figured you would want some amount of money, but it looks like we decided against it and just making sure that Clan Vengeance becomes as big as possible as soon as possible, and just keeping up the grip size.
I think the option here is just to hold. You just want to hold Rumor Mills, and I think we're contesting something this turn. Asking for action before plopping the rumor mill on table. Just good sporting attitude. You don't want to miss anything up.
Yeah, also a bit of a game of chicken. Sometimes you can get your opponent to take an action even though you're not actually representing a rumor mill, but just by having cards in hand that could be rumor mills is enough that sometimes people will preemptively fire off something.
An instant firing off the cerebral static counter current warp happening over here.
Honestly, turning off the ESA tax is not nothing. The sabotage is quite important. It's like one of the main ways that this deck finds the accesses here and there outside of the Clan Vengeance, and getting rid of the extra draw can be quite annoying. Like the deck really wants to take some of those core damage.
Yeah, Toran is also installing every single card in hand, so we're not holding anything in hand for the Clan Vengeance to be able to be popped. Ivar Strike Fund in hand means a lot of the ice is survivable, especially on 3 credits.
Yeah, and we're charging the server 6 head down, accessing whatever is behind it, and stealing an offered office.
Oh, it just Toran probably pushing it before he was kind of ready, and now getting that stolen. Not end of the world, but still frustrating.
Yeah, the banker coming down, I think, in a moment where Toran had to play the current and fight the rumor mill off the table, and not having the resources to protect the offered office more. Probably expecting to score it with a working prototype, or a wage worker or a Jeeves that's probably sitting somewhere on the board. Sidra honestly doing a really good job keeping up the money. I think one of the pain points for ESA is that all of your credits are usually tied down in those strike funds and sure gambles. But I think Sidra are playing really playing conservatively enough that that the money is there to fight off things, and that's Sidra all zooming all the way in. We can't even see the cards on the curve side, making a bit of a joke about the very zoomed out games that we've seen sometimes from in the past few weeks. Looks like Toran jammed a couple more cards and rezzed another working prototypes. Can we get the prototype to 5 here? Is that...
Oh, that might be horrendous here.
It looks like we can.
Yeah, do you pop Clan Vengeance here though? They were thinking about it, but yeah, Clan Vengeance apparently not being even popped or bounced back. Just one card probably not enough. Decided to pick the bunker instead.
Yeah, Toran protecting that tech startup, which I think might become a human resources in the future. So the way for Toran to bounce back and set up more economy, more cards on the board, deciding that the Clan Vengeance is not a threat right now, and we'll see if CDR ends up popping it after the whole human resources ends up resolving, or if we keep holding it until we expect the corp to be on some of agendas in hand.
Yeah, human resources is kind of interesting here actually. Typically we see after you pop a Rashida, Clan Vengeance goes huge, but tech startup and human resources kind of plays around it by everything happening in a single payability window.
Yeah,
or like a single action.
You get to dodge the massive card drawn in hand, and then giving the payability window back to the runner. You draw and then install all in a single actions, and that means we get around the threatening Clan Vengeance on 6 credits, right? On 6 counters right now.
Yeah, and this Architect firing on server 3, kind of a massive deal. Architect does so much. Installing it gives information on your top of R&D. Second, it just lets you install more cards, get more counters on these working prototypes, and it kind of saves agendas also maybe.
Yeah, although Toran going down to 2 credits, not a lot. That might not be enough to defend Tech Startup. We'll see if that's
We do have Kesselroids in the deck. We have options here. And interesting to see what's going to happen here. Just running server 11, the new server that we just saw installed. And I think no information. A second Spin Doctor.
that's the third one. I think we have 2 removed from the game, so the last Spin Doctor available. We'll see if Torn wants to use it to shuffle something back, or if that ends up being something that you keep in archives so that maybe Friends and I places in the future can reinstall it back on the table.
Yeah, and deciding also to pop the Spin Doctor to shuffle back archives. And now is actually the point where there is some amount of cards in hand.
3 cards holding in hand, and I don't think any way for Torn to hide them in R&D back again anymore. We're going through all the Spin Doctors, and I think if any agenda hits archives and Sidra runs it, that's an easy steal. Sidra only missing 5 points to win here, and like pulling up the trigger and seeing all 4 cards, seeing if we can find any more points. Looks like no.
Not just the Cyber decks. The Purge not hurting, but I think the key thing here is that no agenda is being stolen. And we survive one of the challenges. There is going to be more. Luminal getting sniped off R&D.
Luminal is a great find for Sidero, something that Torn would have definitely loved to score. One of the harder cards to protect in this as a group list because you don't have a second one to use Lakshmi on. But definitely something that if you can score can generate a lot of value between all the extra click that some of the cards will generate.
Yeah, 100%. Also trashing Estel Moon, kind of the cornerstone of this Ace deck.
Tech setup surviving. We'll see if Toron ends up pulling the trigger on that one. We also have a working prototype on 5, which is probably one of the reasons why CDR decided to fire off that early Clump Vengeance. We don't have any more HQ pressure right now, but we're sitting on 4 points rather. Sorry, and Toron has to defend R&D in some way, or the risk of just having points on top of R&D is enough that CDR might win the game off of that.
Yeah, it's kind we do have a lot of credits coming in next turn. Working prototype getting installed and I would assume used.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't expect anything else from these 3 clicks.
Yeah, it gets up to 5 credits just by the human resources. Installing 2 and a lot of it is coming down if we have an operation in hand. Fully operate. Oh, Violet level clearance. Opening up everything. Just archive, HQ getting filled, credits pool getting filled, and R&D is looking kind of tough to get into. You don't have any tools to actually get in. We do find a second Clan Vengeance here.
But the second Clan Vengeance is not very threatening right now. Even if you could install that, we have a working prototype on 6 ready to just make that disappear in the blink of a single click. Mm-hmm. And we've seen Sidro lamenting the fact that we lost that endurance turn 1 or turn 2 from that random 50-50 on the damage, and that ends up being really important because that's one of the ways that this Eza deck finds access is through this kind of asset heavy list where you can run a few servers, charge up the boat, and then break the key pieces of ice that the corp is going to install. And not having access to that is definitely going to be a put on a like quite big of a slowdown.
The second architect firing. We do have one more click here though, so could be or can't install agenda and be extremely safe.
Yeah, but
outside of possible eco project,
it's enough for Torrent like secure top of R&D though. Like that's enough.
Yeah, that's still extremely a powerful card.
Absolutely, yeah. Torrent hasn't scored any point. That's a silver lining for Sidra, who's like still fighting off what looks like a bit of an uphill battle, but 3 points here and there. Like Torrent has to be very precise if he wants to find a way to like win this game safely.
Yeah, at least we get a access here.
Yeah, Architect not a very much a porous ice, and we find another Tech Startup.
Doesn't end up mattering. Rumor Mill is an option. Sadly, none of the cards rest currently on the table are unique, so not as important.
Yeah, this as a group in particular are quite resistant to Rumor Mill. It definitely slows down the scoring plans that Toron has. Most of the agendas I think we've seen Offerluffis, we've seen Vulnerability Audit as well in the list at some point earlier in phase 1. So we know that Toron wants to score these 4x agendas, usually getting one of those clicks extra between wage workers and Jeeves. So maybe there's a reason still to play that Rumor Mill and hope that that's enough to slow down Toron.
Zero thinking here. I think the usual and probably would be just install Rumor Mill, install same old thing or something. Hovering the Titanium Rip though, so could be installing that, taking the 2 damage, and just popping a Clan Vengeance for 2. We are just digging for singular agendas right now. Like any 3-pointer just wins Sidero the game instantly, and that might be the way you're going to win the game. Installing Titanium Rips going to take 2 damage, and I feel like instantly when we have a paid ability window here, going to be used. Action after draw.
Yeah. Trying to get as many cards as possible.
As available. Getting 2 hits of Clan Vengeance. And those have to matter. Those have to be the ones that Sidero is glamoring for, or options are kind of starting to look few and far between.
Yeah, Sidero also right now currently missing any way to break ice, so you have to hope that the hits somehow include or at least make mean that Toron doesn't have access to more ice that he can put on archives to just defend the archives and make sure Sidero doesn't win. So the chances of getting into archives, finding the points, is getting slimmer and slimmer, and that Rashida means more and more cards get into HQ. Chances of getting points are not 0, but are also not terribly high.
Or installing a second copy of Lakshmi Smart Fabrics, just doubling up on this. Rashida also drawing. We will also see a mandatory draw. And Toron going up to 7 cards in hand, I believe. Oh, we still have the warm reception trigger also.
Ooh, that's massive. That can install agendas.
Is so huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just install agenda here.
Unlikely to be behind the architect, but definitely a way for Toron to get the agendas out of HQ before the Clan Vengeance hits. Let's see if that ends up being the case.
Jeeves and Human Resources. Jeeves and Humanoid is such a nice combo. Toron is down to 9 cards in R&D though.
That is not a lot of cards, especially because you need at least 2 or 3 turns to score out these agendas, and you have to keep holding some of the copies in hand for the Lakshmi to keep them actually safe. Let's see if Toron can.
Some archives is so huge though, you cannot just walk through anymore. A second one also, just to stop bunkers, and fully operational draw, getting a sizable amount of credits. I think up to 7 credits by itself.
Yeah, I would expect as many credits as possible here because Toron doesn't have enough cards in R&D to keep going. Makes sense.
What are we digging for drawing cards?
I think we have to find extra copies of agendas.
Yeah, could be. There is a world where you just go install advance on iced remote, and that just clears everything.
And I think
you prototype getting 6 credits, up to 16 credits here, and something's happening. We have a second copy of Clan Vengeance in the hand, so could be at some point doing a similar play. If you just damage out enough cards from HQ, might be that Toron just cannot score out anymore.
Yeah, but we're missing a way to take damage here. The Sidero doesn't have any way of taking extra damage, so really hard to charge up that Clan Vengeance. We're also unfortunately sitting without any copy of Rumor Mill. I think here Sidero is thinking about installing that same old thing and playing it for the Rumil and hoping that that's enough to slow down Toron, right? If you turn off the Jeeves, Toron has to find an extra click here and there to score out the one of those agendas, right? It's enough to like make the corpse stumble and then run through the architect, which at this point does very little, and hopefully make the corpse spend those Lakshmi counters and maybe find a way to steal the last 3-pointer.
Yeah, I think Lakshmi is a start of turn ability, so second ice coming down. We just have to start scoring here. This though.
Ice is coming down from the warm reception, I think. So that's a free install that we got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
True. Also does get your ace trigger if that matters.
Could be quite important. We'll see. Let's see if Toron ends up pushing the agenda. Yeah, it looks like double, triple install even with the Jeeves getting the extra click. Looks like we are we're just working prototype the same thing on top of the stack.
Oh, that's so many clicks being wasted here. On both sides though, R&D with 6 cards left. Score a question mark? And doesn't look like it. What are you not scoring here though?
It could be a 4-2, a 5-2, maybe one copy of GFI or the Lusty Kawa in the deck. Although neither of those would be terribly safe with Lakshmi Smart Fabric. Ooh, Hades Shard is massive. Hold up. That's a great way for the runner to get access to archives without having to break the actual ice in front of it.
They just have to get up to the 7 credits necessary for it. There also is the Clan Vengeance amped up in hand, which is one trigger of the thing. Gatekeeper firing though, such a nightmare.
I mean, you can't exactly draw here if you're Toron, and you can't even shuffle the agendas back. You need the agendas for Lakshmi Smart Fabric, so it's not a situation
where...
If
there's agendas in archives, you just shuffle them back though, right?
Is that how it works?
Isn't it?
It might be.
Everybody googling Gatekeeper really fast.
Yeah.
Draw up to 3 cards, reveal up to 3 agendas in HQ and or archives, and shuffle those agendas back. Looking like shuffling, yeah, vulnerability on it, and it's overload of it. A nightmare hit there.
Incredibly unfortunate for Sidero.
Yeah, we
jam.
had it out. Just going with the draws, and the Hades Shard is sitting there as an out. That would have won the game if we managed to get into there. Installing Clan Vengeance, and we have a sizable amount of clicks and draws. Titan Mirrors running hot in combination is going to be, I believe, 3 hits of discard, but might not be enough. It's also, you have a levy in hand, but that might be a bit too late, not early.
Yeah, slightly late.
No, that's exactly what I was trying to say.
Yeah. It's also important to consider that every time Sidero takes 1 core damage as it triggers, and that's 2 extra sabotage, right? 2 more cards that Toron doesn't have access to either in HQ or R&D. And those might be the points that Sidero needs for the Hades Shard to win. It's all coming down to that card. If that card can find the 3 points, Sidero wins the game.
Yeah, super easy to forget that you can just install Hades Shard by clicking to install it for the 7 credits. But yeah, just...
And there is no way for Toron to respond, right? That's a playability window. You don't even get the chance to fire off the Lakshmi Smart Fabric and protect the agendas in archives. If the Hades Shard hits the board, Sidero has priority to just click it and find the points that are sitting in archives.
Yeah, is there a world where Toron starts to pre-fire these Lakshmis for agendas in archives?
I mean, you have to if you're playing around the Hades shard, but I don't know if Torrent is. And we don't have a lot of counters. Like 6 counters is not enough to protect more than a couple of agendas for one turn. Sidra can just sit on the Hades shard and just wait for Torrent to run out of counters. Torrent has scored 3 different agendas.
Vulnerability audit is currently the only card that actually wins the game for the runner, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But once the Hades shard is on the board, if Torrent hasn't used the Lakshmi, that's too late. And if Torrent uses the Lakshmi earlier, Sidra can just put down the Hades shard and just wait. At the start of his turn, he gets priority and wins the game. So Torrent has to find a way to win without having any vulnerability that hit the archives. And if one of them hits the archives, I think Sidra can just win the game off of a single install at any point. Because Torrent hasn't scored any single point, so it's going to take a while for him to actually get out of this game.
Yeah, but I think we will see Torrent start windmilling these agendas into the score area every time he has anything to do. Like, all these actions are going to be fast as possible with a quickness you have never seen before, trying to get these agendas in the score area. Currently still missing a copy of Wage Workers, so just doesn't get that many extra clicks.
Yeah, Wage Worker might not be in the deck. The extra 1 point of is a little expensive sometimes for these kind of decks. So
It's Eternal points also. Damn, PGB suffering for the sins of Oba.
Something like that, yeah. Or CI combos.
Potato. And yeah, just Sidiro thinking this through. Such a key turn here, basically deciding who is going to win the game here.
Yeah, I think Sidira, you're trying to find the best line, trying to put as many cards in archives as possible, cutting down on the resources that Torrent has, and if enough cards hit the archives, we just have the win from the Hades shard. Is really, really tough position. Torrent drawing all the way down to 7 cards in R&D is not a lot to play around.
Yeah.
Sidira deep in the tank. Contemplating all the lines, doing the math, and just rolling a die.
Rolling a dice? I was thinking we were doing the Warlock and just undoing a click here.
Hey, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, nothing. Oh.
I think
Telling the chat.
Yeah, exactly. Letting us know what the results of the roll here is.
Oh no, Levy would be a nightmare here though. You just won't have enough time with it, right?
Well, but you can take a couple of core damage, and maybe that's enough to like mill the corp out.
By his word, this might be the Levy line.
Let's see if he sticks out with the result of the die.
That's like you do the roll, think about it a bit more, and then just don't do it anymore.
So you are here putting up a spectacle, that's for sure.
Titanium herbs? That's just 2 free damage. I guess it costs a credit, so you cannot then go for the levy.
It looks like we're trashing the running hot. Very interesting.
Yeah, running hot and paper clip in the bin. And just clicking for a credit and firing the levy. Going down to 0 credits and having to discard down to one card in hand here.
One card is not ideal, but we have more ways to get core damage, enough to, like, maybe enough to mill the corp out. Taking a couple here and there, although we don't have extra hand size in any situation here. One card is not a lot to play around.
Yeah, 100% not.
Also, going down to 0 credits means even if Sidero finds another, like the one copy of Hades Shard at some point in the stack, we are very far away from getting enough credits to access that archive. So Sidero might end up regretting this decision of going for the safe line with the Levy here. We'll see if that ends up paying off or not.
Yeah, 2 damage of Clan Vengeance. We see Warm Reception triggering again. Also installing more ice, which is interesting. I feel like we need all the possible hits for the Clan Vengeance we can have.
Yeah, I think Torn thinking here that the 6 cards plus 1 might be enough. We'll see if Sidero can figure out enough way to sabotage that ends up cutting the corpse turns down in a few.
6 cards on draw for Torn just might be a bit too much.
Absolutely massive high-bet wars here. I think one of the best draws that Sidero could have asked for. 5 clicks and
basically,
digging to find as many cards as possible, many other Clan Vengeances or any other way to just deal with the cards that are left in the deck.
Yeah, and the amped up we just saw was so huge. Any amount of core damage right now, or like sabotage, is adding up so much. If we can find maybe one more sabotage, it might be enough. I think 2 triggers of the SS ability would be enough. Although we are on 0 hand size right now.
Yeah, that's the problem. The only way you don't die is if the core damage is coming from a Marrow, right? Any other core damage is terrible. But we found Marrow.
There's Marrow though. There's the Marrow. And install Marrow. Hit the rumor mill. Hit anything. Oh, you have running out and amped up. That's such a wonderful draw.
The extra hand size mean Sidero can take damage here, get 2 of the 5 cards that Torn has left to play with out of the game, and then ideally get the Sabotage 2 next turn. If Torn can't win the game this turn, it might be over.
Yeah, there's Marrow. That is still 2 sabotage. And I'm looking at this board state and looking at the ice we installed on server 6. And that was 1 more HP that sabotage is going to be taking us out from us. Don't hover the amped up anymore. Don't do it. Titanium Herbs hitting something out. Marrow being played. Adding up back to 2 hand size. And the sabotage is so meaningful here. 2 off top of R&D. Might be an agenda in hand.
Agenda that could get installed with the Worm Reception, but you can't score it if you install it that way. So Torn doesn't have a way to score any cards on the board right now, and the draw is not getting him any way closer. Without any way to get cards back in R&D, I think Sidero has the game down with the single amped up.
Advance? Yeah, cannot score it.
You can get it up to 3 advancements, but that's not enough to score it out.
Yeah, not enough. Coming down to 1 turn, 1 card. Card perfect in the mill.
What a way to finish up this game. That Marrow had to be the exact card that Sidero found to win the game. You needed to get the extra hand size and the core damage at the same time, or Torn ends up scoring whatever is in server 6. And that's like cards lined up perfectly. The Levy safe line ended up paying off, and I think Sidero will end up winning the game here as soon as he passes the turn back to Torn.
Yeah, looks like it. I don't think there's anything on the table that can be advanced and would win the game anymore. And Torn just taking a bit too long to actually figure the scoring plan out.
Card perfect, basically. Ended up being exactly enough cards that Torn couldn't win the game. I think a couple more cards in R&D and Torn would have had this game sealed up, but it doesn't end up being the case.
Yeah, sabotaged 18 cards. Also, I believe trashed about 6 cards with Clan Vengeances.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
too many. Torn playing around the clump is quite well, but enough of a slowdown that Torn had to change the patterns, and that ended up being enough for CDR to win that game.
Yeah, that's wild.
What a great game! What honestly great games tonight. Great week 3. This is your our standings here after week 3. We have OF 15-15 at right now 6-0. Currently the only undefeated player and sitting 2 wins ahead of everybody else. Second place is a tie between Toron and Jai with a slightly different tiebreaker score. And then we have a clump of 2 players at 9, Ace Empress at 6, and then a couple of players struggling down in the standings. We've seen Augustus Caesar, Ace Empress, and now Mezzi, all of them sitting in the bottom half, but all of them already went through their bye week, and we'll see them jumping back in and hopefully bouncing back when it comes to phase 2 and phase 3. As I said earlier, folks, this is the end of phase 1. This is the end of week 3. By next week, we'll see what the players brought in. The players get the chance to swap out the decks, tech for whatever they're going to play against. They know exactly who the opponent of the next 3 weeks are going to be, so they're gonna think very hard about what decks they want to play, how the cards are gonna be changing in their list, and we'll see when we get back for the ESL week 4 next week. We'll see what everybody brought in for phase 2. And with that, I think we're out. Axel, any last minute shout out? Anything you want to say?
Go check out the podcast.
Absolutely. Wonderful. In that case, thank you, everybody. Have a great night, afternoon, morning, whatever time of day is in where you're at in the world. And thank you for watching the ESL, and we'll catch you back up next week.